Good evening, everybody, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may be. I hope everyone's doing right. I see no one's really on at the moment, but we'll see in a minute. Hope we're all doing well. Right, let me just make sure I've basically got it ready for everyone else. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. So if anyone wants to jump on, yeah, should be good. Again, apologies for the long time since the last one. I hope to have a video up this week, so which will be really, really good. So we'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. Hey. Hello, Matt. How you doing?
You literally got me for 30 seconds, but I thought I'd come and say hello anyway.
No worries, mate. No worries. How are you doing?
Not bad, not bad. You know me, keeping on. Yorkshire wartime soon.
Yeah, no, can't wait, mate. Cannot wait.
Are you live at the moment, or is it just chilling in the stream?
No, it's live. It's live at the moment, so yeah. Yeah, it's live.
Sound. Yorkshire wartime soon.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good.
Should go there right now. Everyone should go there and see Tigers on Patrol. We'll have the best display going.
Absolutely.
Ever made.
I bloody do hope so as well. So
and lots of beer.
Yeah, it should be good. How's training at the moment?
For real.
Yeah, how's training? Jack.
Not bad. Right, anyway, I've got to disappear now.
Yeah, no worries,
so
mate. You take care. Yeah, no worries, mate. You take care, mate. See you later. Bye.
Ta-da. Right. Hello. I've got to go, mate. Sorry, I've only got a minute left. See you in a bit.
That's right, no worries. Right, I'll see you later, mate. Bye. Fun times. You're right, Kenny. How you doing, mate? It's all good here. All good here. Oh, are you still on the thing? Yeah. Oh, you're still there. Okay. There we go. Oh, dear. But no, hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're doing well, Kenny. Hope you're doing well, guys. Anyone else? We have a look if anyone else is popping on. Hopefully soon. Apologies for the delay of pushing it back. It was meant to be at 7, obviously. And then I was like, okay, can't really do that because we had to go. Me and the other half have to go shopping, and then we were grabbing something to eat. So that's all that why I pushed it back to 8:30. So apologies for the lateness, but end of the day, it's still light outside, so it's not overly bad. You're right, Gabe. The link is in the thing if you want to pop on. I'm more than welcome if you go. Don't just pop on and piss off again. I would, if you want to pop on, that'd be that'd be really cool if you want to pop on. Because then, if need be, actually, we could probably go for the stream. We could probably look at some, do some photo stuff if you want. That'd be quite cool. If you want to pop on for that, you're more than welcome to. Just basically, if you haven't used StreamYard before, just click on the link and just put in whatever name, and then I'll add you to the stream. And that'd be quite cool if you want to pop on. Yeah, and it'd be very cool if you get your opinion on some things. Actually, we can go through some photos, which would be quite interesting if you want, or anyone else wants to pop on. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But how's everyone been? Hope everyone's been doing well. Anything different? Some different bits in the background. You can probably see. I'll be doing a video on that. Let me just move that out of the way. On that, as well as the rest of the collection that was given to me. There's several things. There's another one behind him as well. So I'll be doing a video on those along with everything else that came with that collection, or that group of items I was given. That includes maps, flags, you name it. A lot of different little bits. And very interesting things like this as well. So like that, and yeah, very interesting little bits and pieces. So that'll be a video for the future. And where has that gone? A cat bag has just dropped and I didn't know where it's gone. Yep. So yeah, that's fantastic. Sorry, I don't know where that's gone now. It's annoyed me. Where is that? Freaking other end. Excuse me. But yeah, no. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's keeping well. Danny, you in the chat? If so, hope you're doing well, mate. If you want to join, you're more than welcome to. I'll send you the link. There you go. If you want to join, I will try to smile. Yeah, if you want to pop in, if you're not busy. Yeah. But yeah, no, we'll get into some little topics and everything as we go through, and yeah, we'll just try and keep it nice and chill. Again, nothing really new to boot, but we'll talk a bit about the group, how that's been going. So, Targons and Patrol in general has been going really well. Next event in the calendar is in a few weeks, which is Yorkshire Wartime Experience, which is obviously up in the Yorkshire way. So we are portraying the 1st Battalion during its time in the Caribbean, so British Guiana, British Honduras, and Jamaica, either or three. Mainly focusing on Jamaica, really, just for the ease of what we can portray, really, in the area we have. You're right, Levi. You're more than welcome to jump on, mate, if you want. The link's in the Discord chat. Actually thinking about it, I might set up my own Discord for the actual channel, or just in general. That might be quite cool. If people want to join that, more than welcome to. And it's at least an easier way to chat with me and get in touch if you want. So, which is really, really cool. But yeah, no. It's all more the merrier, I say. More the merrier. Well, I've got 5 people already. Blimey, right. Yeah, but no, again, I hope everyone's doing good. If your messages aren't coming through and I can't see them, do let me know. I can see Kenny's, Gabe's, and Levi's at the moment. But if anyone else has commented, let me know via private message if you've got me on that through methods or whatever, through Facebook or whatever. Do message me through that because that might help. So we'll see how that goes anyway. But yeah, no, it's been quite chilled. I've been off today and yesterday, so it's actually been all right. I'm back to work tomorrow, so hope everyone's doing well on that front. But yeah, no, we'll talk about a few little bits that are going on, as I said, with Yorkshire Wartime, and then we've got Military Odyssey after that, which is probably one of the biggest ones of the year. In the way of like the group wise, it won't be big in that sort of sense for that event, but it's a good sort of event to get our teeth stuck into. I'm actually still waiting on some bits back from Yorkshire Wartime in regards to the layout and the plan of where we are on pitch, because I don't want to have to like only find out the day before where we're rocking up, because I would like to know sort of what our pitch is and where we are exactly, which would be the best thing. So hopefully I'll be able to find that out. I have been pestering them, so we'll see how that goes. And then, as I said, I've got Military Odyssey, which we're portraying the battalion in Northern Ireland in 1969, which is going to be fantastic. That'd be really, really good to do. I think it's probably the first time properly there's been at least more than 2 people doing it on their own of that sort of period. So it's very, very good. And yeah, and it should be fantastic to see how that goes. Let's have a look. I could jump on if you don't mind me, miss. No. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome, Levi. Absolutely, mate. Jump on. Means I'm not just talking to myself, which would be nice. Well, that's what it felt like. Obviously, you guys are in the chat, but it's just I always find it nice. It's sometimes nicer when there's other people on as well, just because then I've got something to bounce off of, really. But yeah, no, it should be really, really good. There we go. There's Ned. Hello, how you doing, mate?
I can't hear a thing. Hang on, my speakers are being autistic.
Oh dear. Where's those? Oh, there they are. I think at some point tonight I'm going to try and sew these. So. You got it working? Come on, Gabe. Pop on, please. Good if you could. Through here, we can advertise your shields. You could be the sponsor of the channel. Gabe's Shield & Co. Parrot PPE. You can eat your noodles and be on.
Going?
Is it your speakers, is it? What's happening there? Oh, yeah. Is it your speakers, Ned? Oh, he's muted himself. Yeah. Well, once you finish your noodles, Gabe, you can pop on. Because that would be really good. And yeah, no, we'll yeah, don't worry, Ned. You try and figure that out. It'll be fine. And wait for the other guys to jump on. And also, actually, I'll send the link out to... Excuse me. If he wants to jump on as well, he's more than welcome. Hopefully they will. Yeah. Oh, dear. But no. Hopefully this will be a good little stream. Won't go for too long. A couple of hours. Oh, there we go. How you doing, mate?
Hello.
Hello.
Bloody hell, I've still got this cough from weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit shitty today for some reason. Don't know why.
Yeah. Oh, well.
So how are you, Jesus Spotters?
For those of you who are wondering what the hell is going on, without giving away too much of the inappropriateness from last night, we ended up discussing on Discord something that went, shall we say, on for a while and was utterly hilarious. So it's a bit of an in-joke.
So if you do hear reference to it...
I have fixed it. Is
that working now?
You tell Gabe to come on here.
Yeah, I have. He's eating noodles at the moment, so hopefully on afterwards, because he's on the Discord chat, but he's muted himself. But
is that a euphemism? He's eating noodles. I honestly don't know with him and half the people on there.
Oh, what's happening now? Stop opening that. Oh god. Oh. I don't know. Ned's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. No, I've got to get around to sewing these eventually as well. So.
Well, I've got stuff I need to sew as well.
Yeah, I've got these to sew. I've got to put this one on my jumper for the
Sergeant
late 60s stuff. I've got to put these on the shirt for the early 60s stuff. Excuse me. And see how we get on with that. And also I've got to try and find the other one of these actually because it's gone missing because I need to put that on the brassard for my 60 pat. Oh, there isn't it again?
I've been a lazy bug and I still haven't sent the badges on my Canadian brassard.
I haven't. My fucking volume on my laptop's just going thumbs up, and I just have to come on my phone, which is annoying. Tell Gabe to get in the thing.
I've told him. Yeah, he will maybe eventually after he's finished his noodles. But
if you want to force him, go ahead.
Yeah, I said Gabe could be the sponsor for the channel. We could call his company like Parrot PPE.
Parrot PPE.
Parrot PPE and Co. Yeah. PPPE. Oh god, it's Luke. Oh dear. I'll send him the thing if he wants to join. Actually.
There's a couple of things I need to be doing, and I just can't seem to get around to them. Some of them are military related, some of them are academia related, and some of them are legal related.
Oh God! Sounds like a fun evening for you.
Oh god, yeah. I've decided to, inspired by recent events, to put in a subject access request with the university to see what the hell they've got on me.
Oh, okay.
Because they seem to be bouncing me all over the place. So I have the slight feeling if I give HR a subject access request, suddenly they might take it a bit more seriously.
Okay. Oh, no worries, Luke. No worries. Just let me know when you are, and I'll send you an invite anyway, so you can just join when you want. No, that sounds fun.
Well, on the bright side, I've got one very good friend who is having the time of his life, advising me and laughing at the emails I send.
Oh dear, but no.
Now, on the military front, there's a couple of Israeli items I need to get round to buying.
Yeah.
I need to sew on a button. Alas, they're 1999 dated, but I've got a pair of Israeli trousers I need to fix a button on.
Okay.
And then I need to get round to buying the Danish webbing, which is apparently on sale. So for any viewers in America, if you go to Camolots, there is apparently a sale on of some sort.
That's interesting. I'll have a look at that.
Yeah,
I wonder how many people. Oh, I can watch the stream and be on the stream at the same time.
Oh dear, is it like slightly delayed?
It's paused. Oh, hang on.
Actually, whilst it's on there, I'm just going to type in British and see what comes up on sale. I don't need to buy anything British from them, but I'm going to see what they have on Camolots for British.
Yeah, you never know. Might have some interesting bits.
Vintage British Pattern 58 web equipment canteen pouch from
Hi, Gabe.
358.
I just read that.
Well, it's already... hang on. I'll turn it into dollars because it's based in Canada. It's automatically done it to pounds for me. Come on, refresh.
So how much is selling the bottle for?
No, that's just the pouch.
Oh, how much?
£3.78, or if I can get back to the page, I'll work out what it is in US dollars. Because it is a US based group. $4.80.
Oh, okay.
Vintage British Pattern 58 web equipment 8-piece set. The real deal. With capital letters and exclamation mark included. $32 US. And by the looks of it, you get the yoke, belt, one poncho roll, kidney pouches, 2 magazine pouches, water bottle pouch, and I'm guessing that's the large pack.
Mm.
The one that everyone hated to the point that they decided to give up issuing it and go with the Bergen.
It's fucking shite. As I've said in multiple videos, it's only good for carrying the rest of the kit.
Yeah. The poncho roll they've called the Cape Carrier.
Yeah, it's honestly they're called it's called bum roll, cape carrier, poncho roll.
Poncho roll just seems better for me.
Poncho, yeah.
Hang on, what on earth? British military button suspenders, braces from $12. It's more expensive to buy a pair of British braces than it is to buy several items of 50.
Is there an elastic shortage in fucking Jesus?
Well, mind you, they are American. They've got trousers that are larger than Montana, so they do need to be kept up. Would you like, Jake, some vintage British striped sleep shirts?
Ooh.
28
link.
Actually, that's a very good deal. Pattern 58 web equipment pistol holster from $28.
That's not bad. That's all right.
Although, mind you, shipping across the pond might be a bit much.
True.
For anyone in America getting it, that's a good price by English standards.
Mm-hmm.
37 pattern web set from $36. Hang on, those are, I think they're Mark III pouches, and they've all got blackened bits of metal on them.
Mm-hmm.
But they look a little bit bleached, so I'm wondering if they were possibly sent over with the Israeli contract. But I'm not seeing a Zahal stamp on them.
Maybe.
British Scent Lock 2-piece green chemical warfare suit from $32. On sale, originally $145.
Sorry, what? What is it again? The NBC suit?
Hang on. Can I share screen? This might be just easier.
Yeah.
Where's the share screen button?
Should be down the bottom in the present bit.
Present. Share screen. Share screen. I can share that tab. Is it sharing?
Yep, give me a minute. There you
go. British sent lock 2-piece green chemical warfare suit.
Click on it.
You save 70% or $100.
That's way overpriced. That is
$100.
way overpriced. Even in dollars, that's overpriced. Wow. If it was like the one with the detachable hood,
jacket and pants is $80.
Yeah, if it was with the detachable hood, then maybe near that price, but not. But even then, that's just bloody ridiculous.
Is that a rare variant?
I can get the top and bottoms for like 20 quid for the pair.
Yeah,
even cheaper, depending on the show. Like, you can get them way cheaper than that. That's crazy.
Also, I do have to say, rolling it up and fitting it in the bloody poncho roll was a nightmare. I remember
it is. Yeah,
it is. Sending you a message going, how the hell did they do it?
Like, if I...
let's see what else I got, if I can go back. Would you like a nurse's medical coverall? A lanyard? Woman's V-neck sweater, it's Royal Air Force, not British Air Force. I have you know, America. Frog for cutter.
Oh.
Do they mean the 3-piece knife?
That's just a clasp knife.
No, but they just say cutter, and they don't really specify. Well, what is a cutter? I mean, is it literally a pair of scissors you're putting in there?
I guess so. I've just sent you something on Facebook. You are.
Oh, yeah. Go to page 2.
Oh, the jumper.
45 squid for that. Bloody hell. All right.
Bloody hell. Huh.
Who didn't know pistol holsters would have been so expensive?
Oh, yeah, they are.
The Commander, hang on, that's got different coloured ones on the epaulets. Sorry.
Click on that one. Let's have a look. God.
For a moment, I thought that was a slightly aged Arya Stark modelling it.
Click on the actual image itself.
See
if you can zoom in, scroll or something.
Definitely. No, not really.
Sometimes.
$36.
Looks like the Velcro ones. Oh, actually no. Scroll down. Scroll down. Is that vintage? Canadian Army Commando one.
Ew.
Oh, click on that men's vintage British Commando one. On the one. Yeah. Click on that one. Scroll down.
Welcome to Jake's stream. Not sponsored by Camelot. Conditions very used, inspired by SAS commando regiments. Blah 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 blah. Doesn't say anything about like. They never take a photograph of like the tags in any of these. I've noticed.
No, it's probably just they're just generic ones.
Common trait amongst most sellers of military kit, they never take a photograph of the bloody information tag, which usually has information in it.
Yeah, you're right, Steve. How you doing, mate? And absolutely, Kenny. Yeah, 8 quid.
Oh my god, it's Living History UK from the famous TikTok thing, Living History UK.
You're more than welcome to jump on, Steve, if you want.
British Naval Gunner shirt. There's something for Luke.
I'm beefing at the minute, like, so, you know.
Jerkin style vest, $60. Commando knife, fucking hell, $150. Pattern 08 belts.
Oh, how much are the 08 belts? Go up.
08 belts, $40.
That's not bad. That's not bad. That's actually quite
Black
good.
37 pattern set.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
Who used black?
Many different people.
We all the bull penetrator group chat has turned based. Yeah,
Fatigue
that
pants,
is
I
an
think you mean
actual
GF
name of a
pants.
group chat, and people wonder why we're mentally unstable.
Yeah, I'm good, Steve, mate. Thanks. Hope you're doing
Yes.
well too, buddy. And absolutely, we have to. You're right. You're right, Devon. How you doing well, mate? Everyone's on tonight, isn't there? Jesus.
Oh, bloody hell. 84 pattern DPM
Oi,
trousers, 32.
Is Gabe still on?
Possibly.
Vintage British worsted wool trousers. Are they in number 2 dress or barracks?
Oh,
dress?
actually, the wire cutter pouch are good. They're
On the
quite
bright
good.
side, I've just found out what those Israeli pouches I was looking at were. They're wire cutter pouches copied from
Oh,
there.
okay. 58 S6 respirator bag.
Yep, naval uniform, pants.
Hood.
Beret.
Oh, 68 jacket.
Yeah, hang on. I'm looking at the fact that a British issue beret with nylon trim is almost $25. You can't give these things away.
Click on the 68 jacket.
68, $36. What the bloody
size?
hell? Look at that facial expression.
That's a big size as well.
Used
brother-in-law.
excellent goes up to $50.
Still,
Size
though,
goes up to $45.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Depends what. Go down. What do they give like a size chart at all? Doesn't look like it.
Sizing charts.
Oh, here we go. There we go.
US sizing chart, British, no, European. Hang on. NATO stroke. We're not European, you morons.
Yeah, we are. I mean, we're not, but we are. Oh, can I leave the app and it like stays on? Yeah, I
It's
can,
not
okay.
actually. It's not actually stating what they equate as large versus the official sizing system.
What were you saying, Ned?
It does stay on when I go into other apps. That's good.
Yeah.
Is that?
Well, for all Americans watching, this is a place where you can get British kit.
But it looks like we're going to have a lot of people on tonight. Jeez.
Jesus,
And
spotters.
Oh, who's on? Oh, Gabe isn't on. Gabe should come on again.
Yeah, I've invited him, but I don't know how big his portion of noodles in are.
84 pattern jacket. If you want discount 68 pattern, that's it.
No, I'm all right, thanks.
Then
I do need to get an actual set so I can actually, especially for the mannequin, so I can actually sort it out.
Would you like a
Right then,
few
Ed.
noughts? Ed, what's up?
I've done something.
You've
Oh,
done
God.
something.
Jake, don't check Instagram.
Oh God, what have you done?
What's
What
he
have you
done?
done? What have you done?
We've
I'm
had a
not-
massive thing about Nathan Saunders, and now we've gone into woman.
Oh God, what's going on?
So
I can't,
you know,
I can't leave people alone for 5 minutes. Noodles are done. We're on a noodles are done.
This is what it's like to be a helper, Jake.
Jesus Christ, there's more than that. Oh God.
oi, Gabe, I've added Jake to the group chat,
Oh good.
and he's gonna be like, oh God, he's gonna be like, oh, for fuck's sake, Ned, what did he do?
British wool gabardine trousers.
What?
That's got to be barracks dress.
Hell?
Uniform RAF. So they're RAF trousers.
Okay.
Now I know I'm colorblind, but they don't exactly look blue in that photo on my screen.
They're grey, aren't they? The RAF trousers are more grey.
Oh dear. Okay. The hell? 58.
90
do like- I've always liked those ones. They're quite nice, though. They are those 90 pack
To be
ones.
fair, as waist belts go, $5 for a waist belt.
Yeah, you can get them for like £1.
Yeah, it depends where you go now. I've seen them.
Wait. Are those the utility straps? The ones down, one down,
Uh,
in the middle.
37 pattern strap.
Oh, they're rifle slings. The rifle slings. Oh, and those straps are the utility straps, I think. Yeah. How much are they?
I'm guessing $4 each.
That's a bit much. I can get like a whole batch of them, like a £5. But they are bloody useful. They're very, very useful.
You do also have to take into account that these guys are in America, so shipping does.
No, I understand that, but then again, like you've got all Canadian stocks. Oh,
mortar tube. Anyone need any mortar tubes?
Yeah,
they're good. They're good.
Actually, how were mortars factored into the British Army organization?
They were on a battalion level, so there were mortar platoons within
But they would be part of infantry units as opposed to Royal Artillery regiments.
Yes, it depends on the mortar.
Theoretically, we could have a mortar in 1st Battalion.
Yes. So I think Ned, you said you got a mortar, haven't you?
a 3-inch, yeah.
Yeah. For the early, so that was later replaced by the 81, but it was all at battalion level. Technically company level, but more so one of the companies within the battalion had their mortars, I believe. Anyway, I think.
Wasn't there like a special? So we could do mortar platoon if we want.
Yeah, you had the mortar platoon, then you had the SF platoon, which is the support fire platoon, which generally dealt with the GPM, dealt with the static GPMGs, etc., and other things of that nature. So,
you got left and right ammo pouches.
Mm-hmm.
Commando threads we saw earlier. RAFs. Dear Camelot.com, please correct it to Royal Air Force.
So I've just seen what Kenny said, and it said mortar tube great for carrying Jaffa cakes.
To be fair, yes. It's great for carrying Jaffa cakes and bottles of wine or other spirits.
Oh yeah, great. Actually, yeah, just put some ice in it. Put a couple of bottles of rosé in it. You'll be great. You'll be grand. Oh,
who needs a fridge? Just put some ice in the mortar tube.
How you doing, Devon? How you doing, well, mate?
Oh, good.
Long time no see.
I know. I've been busy. Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
It's our favourite Canadian who gets confused over Cockney rhyming slang.
Well, you know what? If you guys spoke better English, it wouldn't be a problem.
Tell me, old mucker, how's the worry and strife?
It's pretty good. I'm a cop now, so.
Oh, that's so nice.
Oh, you're a peeler. Ooh.
That's right. Just because I hate the Irish, so I'm just kidding. The sole reason I became a cop. No.
Don't worry. Now that you've said that, your British passport is in the post.
Awesome.
And an honorary membership to First Para.
That way I can get over there and get all this shit for not hundreds of dollars.
Yeah. Also, hang on. I put in the search term British.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of Danish stuff in there.
Belgian. Now, the Danish stuff I am probably going to buy because I'm after the Danish stuff. But why the hell is it under the return for British giving me Belgian and Danish?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because there's stuff that's similar.
Well, you got a nice Canadian pattern 37 strap there.
I was going to say that one looks like it's got Zahal stamps on it.
No, that's definitely Canadian stamps.
Is that upside down? In which case,
they're just
it's
for some reason.
It's a broad arrow within the sea. It's a broad arrow within the sea.
Broad arrow in the sea is Canadian.
The problem with looking at Hebrew is that it does look like no other characters you've ever seen before in your life.
Well, yeah, they never stamped them at the same time, so I'm just surprised that the broad arrow in the sea is actually that close to the regular stamp, because sometimes you'll just find it 8 inches away randomly, and it sometimes won't even be on the same side. They just fucking stamped them wherever, depending on what day it was.
C1 Sterling SMG sling, $16.
It's tactical.
Those are pretty rough. I do like the electrical tape though. It's a nice touch.
I'm wondering whether or not I should get inch wide electrical tape and just strap that around some of my M1 helmets to keep the nets in place.
It's a pro strategy. Both the Americans and the Canadians did it actually. Electrical tape was the way to go because it holds up even when it gets wet. It stays sticky. So
Danish issued rifle sling. Now, is that one for the Danish bolt action rifles or the Danish M1 Garand?
Either or.
Vintage again. I typed in British vintage US M1 steel pot.
It's just anything in it. Like, what are those puppies as well?
Vintage
Doughboy
Allied Doughboy putties, the real deal.
right,
Don't worry, guys, they're the real deal.
right. They don't look like they're the real deal, considering the color's wrong.
Yeah.
Remind you of actual semi-interest is this vintage British Army of the Rhine German Services Organization tunic.
What the fuck is that?
Well, from what I understand, there were basically German heavies that helped out the British Army of the Rhine. Although I suppose heavy was a term they didn't really like because, well, World War II didn't happen according to the Germans. Irish National Army.
Scabbard. Yep. That's where a lot of the 08 pattern stuff has come from.
From the Irish.
Yeah, from the Irish. Yeah. Which means you're
Have to
getting
tell Luke about that he can get Irish kit from America.
And it's got the Irish stamps and everything as well.
Yeah.
Bloody
That's
hell,
so
that's
cool.
is that meant to be a shamrock or something?
No, that's the Irish Army cap badge.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the like sun with the double F's in it or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, right. It is a bit faded.
But yeah, they're very good priced as well, and that's 08 pattern, so that's really
It's
really
actual
good.
like 08 pattern. It's the
Would
one
you-
chance
would
to
you-
get like nice condition 08 pattern shit for not overpriced amounts.
Hang on. What's this one? Vintage US ? Web equipment waist belt. Now I'm guessing that's either 44 pattern or that's the Dutch copy.
That's Dutch.
That's Dutch.
That's not
That's
44
Dutch.
at all.
Yeah, that's absolutely Dutch.
That's a Dutch one, yeah.
Yeah.
Back in a minute, I'm just going to grab a drink.
You want a vintage Canadian fire suit for just short of $750?
For one of those cheap Mylar fucking suits.
You have a silver thingy.
By the way, those don't help you in a fire. They're not. They're not like insulated, so it's still hot as fuck.
Sold out of British Sten guns and Sterling slings. Lots of stuff sold out now. L1A1 SLR nylon sling, $15.
Oh my gosh, are you having a Corona? Are you bringing the Corona back to the UK?
I am indeed. Just this time, I just got to make sure I don't spill it all over my fucking laptop.
That's fair.
Jay, as your friend, I feel like we should have an intervention to stop you from drinking that piss in a bottle that is Corona.
Yeah, Corona's actually not that great of a beer, just saying.
It's a nice, well, better than Bud Light at the end of the day.
Well, yeah, it's better than Bud Light. It's not hard to be better than horse piss.
To quote Omid Jalili, it's better than Bud Light in the same way that emphysema is better than lung cancer.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, as I say, American beer is like making love in a canoe. It's fucking close to water.
Yeah, so is that. It's basically American beer. That's basically American beer.
I can't really argue with that from my experience of American beer.
More Americans drink Corona than Mexicans do, and that's where it's made.
Hang on, I'm sending this link to Simon in America so we can hear us take the piss out of Americans. Join and watch us. But yeah, anyway, that's the last one. So they had a whole bunch of these webbing sets, which RAF $30 for.
Get out of the way.
Yeah, but nobody wants the RAF shit.
Well, to be fair, I've never really seen anyone do like an RAF regiment thing with blue 37 pattern webbing.
Because they're useless.
But you look cool guarding
you're either a pilot and you don't have that shit because you're doing something, or you're a geriatric old fuck who's guarding an airway that's wearing that.
Oh dear. But no,
oh crap,
no,
they're sold out of that. The M45-50. Oh, bollocks.
I like the newer sets anyways, where they take the pouches and they angle them 45 degrees so they're easy.
Oh yeah,
to
I've
get
seen
into.
I've seen those. I need to get round to buying my Danish kit from these guys relatively quickly. Hang on. Actually, once I get the Danish kit set up, it's going to be something that I give over to Jake for a video review because it's well, as you can see here, it's very, very heavily 37 pattern inspired.
Yeah,
it is. It's awesome stuff. The Danish stuff's actually super nice. The best part though is the pouches because they angle them. The later Danish pouches, they angle them, so they're so much easier to use.
Do they have another picture of them? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, those.
They've got two sets of angling on them, so you instead of getting a left and a right pouch, they're the same, but you can then angle them appropriately for being on the left or the right.
They're so much easier to get into, like ergonomically, then, which is great.
That's really interesting, though. That's interesting.
Yeah, the funny thing about the Danish kit, we managed to find
full set 44 back there.
Hang on, what? Sorry.
Go back to where you just were, the page just before.
All right, forward one.
Yeah.
5-piece loading.
Five-piece load bearing.
Oh, it's sorry. From what it's
that's the American stuff.
It's M56. Sorry, it just looked from where it was. It looked like it was 44 because like the back of the actual mannequin or the guy looked like.
It's not M56. That's the woodland camo stuff. It's the
okay,
crap. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what
Danish
it's stuff they used to like the mid 2000s.
Okay.
Now, annoyingly, they don't have. This is going to be an American size, isn't it? Because if that was British 11.5, it might fit.
The good old Danish DMS tall boots.
How you doing over there, Ned? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm just bitching to Jess a minute. What are you? Isn't that a BCH?
No, it's what do they call them? God, it wasn't. I don't think it was the M58 boot, but it was for the M58 uniform set.
The
I don't know.
M52 boots?
We'll have a look actually. I might have a look at some.
I can't remember off the top of my head what their designation was, but these Danish boots, I need a set of them at some point. They look like they were rather inspired by the McNamara boots, the first sort of all leather boots the Yanks had.
Yeah, Kenny, the site's called Camo Lot. If you want to have a look on it yourself.
Yeah, if you can see the thingy, that's what you need to type in. And I've highlighted it.
Yeah. Well, if you're able, Levi, if you're able to copy the link of the actual site.
That's a point. Private comments. I'll put it in comments. Now join the chat. Yeah. There we go. Do I have to connect my YouTube to the bloody thing?
Oh, do you? You shouldn't have to. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, send copy the link and send it to me on Messenger, and then I'll put it in the chat if you want.
Hang on, I'll do it on my phone because I can access the watching.
Yeah. There you go.
Tech support, yeah.
It's not needing tech support. It's just it's like every site needing cookies. It's like another one.
This one doesn't really need anything, which is why I initially told Jake about it. I was like, all you have to do is copy the link and hit go, and it fucking goes.
Yeah, it's great.
Camolots.com.
Honestly, it's the best.
There's one problem though. If you don't have an actual account, you're only allowed to do 20 hours a month.
Yeah, which is all right for me. And
yeah,
20
hours a month.
I have got near the limit before. I have got near the limit, but not fully on it yet.
All right. Anyway, the guy what's his name was Kenny Rebel was asking, do they have much NAM kits? So I just typed in Vietnam.
That one there.
So far, none of that's Vietnam except for the not even the frag vest.
Yeah, click on that one. Yeah, click on the frag vest.
I mean, on the bright side, that's a lot of percentage saving from $400 down to 140.
I think that's the US Marine one, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that's a 52 one. That's from the because you could tell because the front is different. The closing strap. It's from the Korean War, which they would have worn in Vietnam, early Vietnam.
Yeah.
That's a 52 pattern.
Yeah, because the other 52
patterns are flak vest.
Small damage, but usable, and then used good. So you're looking, depending how much effort you want to put into repairing it, you're looking at $140 to $300 at the moment.
So you got the N because it was the M52, then the N52A. I've got the A. I know that.
Yeah,
that's nice though.
So those are all probably Vietnam, but they're not technically the iconic Vietnam.
They're not Vietnam era. But they were used in Vietnam.
Yeah, the Vietnam Marine Corps ones are the M55. They had 3 versions.
Those are the great ones. Those are the bad ones because they were.
And then the Army is the M69, which is the classic one you see in all the movies.
Yeah, I need an M69 at some point for the Israeli stuff.
The M69
No,
is what
can
like
you hear
every
me?
flak vest is
Yeah,
based
yeah,
off of.
yeah. Go ahead, Ned. Go
No,
ahead.
right. No, listen. The M55 we pretend does not exist because it wasn't used in Northern Ireland, therefore it's shit and it's stupid and we don't care about it.
Well,
the
shitty thing
M52
about
and the
M55
M69 are the only ones we care about.
They didn't use the ballistic nylon like the M69s.
No,
They
we
used,
used
like,
the
a thinner-
M55. The M55 they didn't use.
Hang
Huh?
on, what?
The 69s, yes, they did.
But like the shitty part about the 55s and why they did away with them is because they had a thinner ballistic material, and then they had all these plates
Yeah,
that were like
it's almost like
fiberglass.
yeah,
they were like
yeah,
rigid,
yeah.
but they're not like metal or
Yeah.
ceramic. So
Okay, I'm confused, Kennedy Kenny Rebel.
Yeah, Kenny said the same thing.
Yeah, deluxe low profile Vietnam tiger stripe cap. First picture is nylon paracord with pink. And then the next 3 pictures are t-shirts.
And then the last one is
Task failed successfully.
that sounds legit. Jesus Christ.
Women's ripstop shirt. Any women want to join the Vietnamese cause? Jungle boots.
yeah, but they're all terrible Rothko stuff, which is just garbage.
Yeah.
Vietnam veteran. Yeah, you too can steal valor for just $19.99.
Hey, it's America. You can do whatever you want.
America.
America.
I might need to get myself one of these simply because I've almost
Bloody-
definitely
shut
seen
up,
Israeli
bloody
troops using these.
They made What Price Glory does a pretty good reproduction of them.
What, for cheaper than $12 though?
Well, here's the thing: the only ones you could find in that are in wearable sizes now are extremely small.
Yeah, fuck, small.
So finding one in a wearable size is near impossible.
M1 steel pot. At least that one's actually relevant this time. Yes, I'm sure the US Air Force had ABU Tiger Stripe in Vietnam.
I could have been. No, yeah.
ABU Tigers. Oh, is that the weird?
The
Why
grey
did the
Tiger
Americans-
Stripe.
Digital
No,
gray tiger stripe. Yeah.
No, why did the Americans actually do that? Right, like they just went and fucking gave every armed forces like a different uniform.
Well,
I'd be like,
Initially, the Air
China-
Force was going to take Vietnam tiger stripe, but if you take all of the black and replace it with a dark blue, that was what they were going to go for. And then the Army adopted the digital, the gray digital bullshit, the UCP, that stuff. And then the Air Force was like, well, we got to be cool and get a digital camo too, so we can match the Army and the Marines.
Oh dear.
There's also the fact that for some weird reason, people went down, or when I say people, officers went down this route of we want each of our forces to have their own distinct service uniform. And out of cost, they decided to put camouflage as the daily wear service uniform. But then they've also mixed into that the fact that they want their own colors and stuff to make it separate. So you basically end up going back in time to the whole, why don't you just have them wear blue then?
Well, it was so at least now the Air Force and the Army in the United States are wearing the same uniform.
Hang on. US Army search term, East German Army and Police dress shirts.
I mean, it works.
And then like European or German mess kit as well below.
Hang on. Actually, for $12, if I've got the enlisted men's one, that is the enlisted men's one. Fucking hell, that's actually a very good price for an enlisted men's East German shirt.
Look what it came down from though.
It came down from 51. But if you are a medium, or any of these other sizes, that is a very good price to get an East German shirt.
Honestly, this website,
is it a European medium or an American medium?
Plain is that's an East German officer's shirt or career uniform.
This
shirt.
website's a bit like Wish, like it shows you all these. It's come down from $100.
It's like,
It went like $3,000 now can only be yours for $1. It's like, wait, what?
yeah, that is it's not necessarily police, but that is MDI, Interior Ministries. That's Volkspolizei, Transportpolizei, and a few other things.
Polizei.
Yeah, plain. That's East German career soldiers. They got the nice shirts, and then that's the enlisted man's one. I only got issued one of these apparently, and when it came to summer uniform, just took the jacket off, and you wore this.
So what else? What else is on that one?
Well, I've clicked back. Come on,
Oh, is it not?
back.
It's frozen on
Right.
my screen.
Uh-oh, it's broke.
Oh, hang on. There we go. I was just.
There we go. There we go.
Well, we'll edit that out. We'll edit that out.
Oh look,
Yeah.
Ooh, they got the IBA for $400.
There you go, Levi. Yeah.
Canadian Army dress shirt. Now, the last time I got one of these, they sent me the fucking women's one.
So
Hello.
that's the nice one though. That's the Airtex one.
I mean,
You're right
I
then,
mean,
Ed.
on the bright side, the shirt fit my neck. On the downside, I didn't have the enormous bust that went with the neck size.
Sounds like you just got to try harder. Got to really puff that chest out, you know.
There's only so many Nanaimo's bars I can make. Lime green. That looks almost white to me. Bloody hell.
It's kind of like a mint green. It's basically a white gray with a little bit of green thrown in.
Because I wouldn't mind another one of these. I've got one which I'm pretty sure is like 1980s vintage, which I plan to make with some trousers for like a barracks uniform. And then
Sorry,
the other one, I've got
Kenny said.
a 2010s era Canadian Greens jacket, which I need to mate up with and complete at some point. And I need a shirt for it, so I'm wondering which shirt would be best for that.
Probably that. They haven't really changed a lot, so.
Near new, $20. I'll take used good as long as it hasn't got rips in it. It's fine. No,
I think your
Right.
thing's frozen up again.
I will make note that the large used is only $8, and assuming they have the buttons on the right side to make it a man's, that's good.
There we go. That's
Here we go. Some actual American boots. U.S. Army full leather combat boot.
Too bad those aren't US.
Hang on, are those? Don't tell me those are fucking Israeli boots.
They're Israeli boots.
You fucking shitting me. I've
Go
been
on, click on
looking. Do they have? Oh fuck!
No, they don't have your
What?
size, do they?
Why God must you bless me with massive feet? Size 5 now.
Should we just get the jigsaw out and we'll just make it a bit smaller?
I am
have
that
to do is
close
break
to
your
considering plastic surgery. to get small
Levi,
feet.
I wasn't going to say it, but there's some pajamas which on the next row down I don't think you should look at.
Oh God. Well, to be fair, it would be a legit thing to wear, wouldn't it? Historically accurate.
Right, we're just gonna breeze over that one.
But yeah, if anyone's got tiny feet and wants to spend $28 on a pair of what looks like legit Israeli boots,
I shouldn't have said that on stream, but oh well.
what, striped pajamas joke?
Shush. We'll just breeze over that.
Yeah, $50 for a M77 Yugoslav jacket. That's not terrible, especially considering what they're now starting to cost.
Yeah, made of the itchiest wool money could buy.
No. The Bulgarians have got that claim of itchiest wool that money
That's true.
can
The
buy.
Bulgarian wool is pretty bad, yeah.
I don't know how they did it. They must have actually sat down and done a scientific study to make it the itchiest
Hey.
bloody wool.
Well, they wanted to stretch the wool a little further,
I'm
so
gonna-
they mixed it with fiberglass.
I'm gonna cut him off now because, to be honest, I have no idea what's going on. If you guys are popping on later, then do so. But I'll
Yeah,
see
no,
you
it's mate, no,
later.
absolutely no. Appreciate
Right,
popping
see
in
ya.
your head.
We're discussing.
See you later, buddy. Have a good one.
Right, see you. Bye.
Yeah.
Right.
US Army pup tent. Is that actually
Those are pretty
US?
nice, actually.
$96.
It's all right.
M65. I know the Israelis use those.
That's a Nomex tanker jacket. What's the price on a Nomex tanker? $120
$120
for a fireproof jacket.
Is that good or bad? I don't know US tank kit.
So Nomex is a fireproof material, and it's a windproof, waterproof, fireproof material.
They're
They
earthproof.
weren't-
It sounds
they
like
were-
you're missing one
they
of the
were
avatars.
a tanker jacket, but they were worn by the infantry, weren't they? I think.
They're worn by like a ton of people,
Yeah.
and whoever could get them.
Yeah.
And there's actually super nice jackets, but they cost
And they're
normally
nice,
like
yeah.
$600 new.
They're really nice bomber jackets. Actually, they're just really nice, just like casually wearing.
Hang on. Buttons on the right on a male shirt, loops on the left. That's a men's shirt. Unless the Americans have decided to go against that rule.
The Americans are always going against a lot of rules.
The whole point is that buttons are on the right-hand side, the holes on the left-hand side, so that the man dresses himself. But the buttons are on the left-hand side for the women, the holes on the right, because it was always assumed historically they would have a lady in waiting to help them get dressed. So it would match the person dressing.
Every day's a learning day.
The Americans don't really like do that though. Their stuff's kind of fucked.
Agreed. I mean, it is America.
Stuff's
All
pretty
French
fucked.
Army camouflage helmet cover.
Class A three-piece dress uniform.
It's the old one from like.
Right. Are those the dress blues that everyone hated?
No, that's the one from. They used that until about 2012, and then they went to the dress blues, and now they're getting rid of them to go back to green.
Pinks. So they went from army greens to blues to pinks and greens again. Fucking
So
hell.
they went from this, which is like it's kind of like a dark green, and it has like a lime green shirt.
Hang on. Pant only, not pants. Pant. You get one trouser leg, $28. Jacket only, $76. Shirt
so you only want to buy one piece.
$150.
How much is the shirt?
According to this, extra small, $160. I think someone's messed up on this on the email. Although, mind you, let's look at fuck it. If you want extra large on a shirt, it's 32.
Well, again, remember a hat, according to this website, is some like pink whipcord. So pink
But they
paracord.
used that dress uniform from like Vietnam until about 2012, and then they switched to the hideous dress blues, and now they're going back to like the World War II style, like pinks and greens.
Swedish Army reigns.
Rain Slicker.
It's
Okay.
a nylon squish coat. What more do you want?
Hang on. Okay, there's only one photograph, and it's of the back. Although, mind
What
you,
the other pouch?
yeah, if it's black though, I think that's French police as opposed to French army. Although, mind you, the gendarmerie are technically part of the armed forces, so pros and cons. Fucking hell! Look, hang on. That is one beaten up G3 pouch, and those are two very enthusiastic Bundeswehr soldiers.
How you doing, Luke? You all right, buddy?
Oh, you're right. I'm not bad, thanks yourself.
Not
Okay.
bad, buddy. Not bad at all.
Careful, Luke. We have the Canadian who can't understand your accent.
Just leaves. No, I'll actually try and speak clearly today.
But Luke, we have some nice Irish contract.
Yeah, there are some Irish items on this website.
Yeah, I can see the Defence Forces mark. Is that 38 pattern weapon?
It's 08 Pat.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Any
I don't know
date?
about you, but I'm arming those.
So it's
those eyes, those
1920s,
short shorts.
1923. Some of them are. So
Oh,
You want some authentic new US Army boxers, do you?
I mean, I do enjoy a nice pair of short shorts. Not gonna lie.
You should join the French Foreign Legion. They love them.
Oh gosh, there's something about a nice pair of short shorts. The confidence,
The confidence of a Frenchman wearing a vest, short shorts, and ranger boots.
And what more do you need?
Oh, I tell Walter we've got a Swiss Army Dispatch attaché case.
No, that's one of the ones you connect to the side of the bicycle.
Okay, that might be even better then for Walter.
click on the belt one.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
08 pattern belt, if you want to do
click on that
paddy
one
stuff.
quickly because it might
I
show
mean,
you
40
the,
bucks for an original 08 pattern belt isn't so bad.
You can have it in white as well,
okay.
Mhm.
which I'm
Yeah, these
hang
are
on.
these are Irish Army marked as well. These ones.
Yeah,
without tail.
once you wash all the blanco off, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, with and without tails. So the one without tails is generally for like parade white.
Oh, I
stuff.
got you.
Yeah, because they would have had what are they called? Like Y
It's
straps.
basically the same in British Providence as well, but exactly the same, really.
Oh wow! But God help me, trying to get a uniform for 20s Irish man. It looks nice,
Well, you have to contact what's his name, Jack Sams. He's got the.
He got it custom made, and it cost him like $1,000.
French Army lightweight raincoat
as well. Like what is that? 12? Is that €12? Sorry, $12 for the
$12 for the shoulder strap. Yeah,
that's not bad. Like that. Like thing is, like just getting normal 08 Pat like from the UK is stupid money. Like single bits. So that price is actually very, very good.
This Irish stuff is cheap. It's so glad that it came onto the market because it's cheap.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's so much within Irish stores. There's so much.
Danish combat pants. I need to get a pair of those. I just wish I could find the combat jacket.
I mean, the only cool thing I have from Denmark now, because I sold my original M23 and my M23 46, and my
sorry, just
sorry. Does anyone want a Canadian Army dress skirt? $20.
What's that jumper to the left?
Vintage Canadian
It's the woolly pulley.
It's the Canadian woolly pulley, or jersey as we call them over here. Do I get to zoom in on the tag? No, I don't.
It's weird. Like when on my phone, it's like really, really small the screen, so I can't like see anything. So I'm just like, yeah, that's a jumper.
It looks gigantic to me. I have like a 42-inch 4K monitor that's like curved in front of me.
Okay, stop bragging about the size.
It's his new setup. That's right. Yeah.
I mean, I could put it up on my slightly smaller monitor.
So how are you finding your new house?
I mean, it's got problems that I have to keep fixing, but
actually, when it comes to Canadian jumpers, what era is this one? Because I can't read the bloody tag.
So the era for the Canadian woolly pulleys go from the 40s until probably 100 years from now.
Well, I know there's a different version of them because I've seen pics of them in jungle dress wearing some form of woolly pulley.
So the thing about the ones from the 40s and 50s and 60s, they're going to have like the cotton, like drill cloth reinforcements.
Yeah.
And then later it would go to the nylon blend stuff.
No, but like if this is applicable to like 70s or 80s, then I might put one on the list.
That one's from probably like the 80s, yeah.
Levi, have you seen what Kenny's put in the chat?
Oh no, I haven't. I'm still looking at this.
That reminds me, I got to switch it to the comments. I was on the private chat and I was like, "It's awfully quiet in here."
Are you going Milord? Anyone?
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Craft IPA for the. Oh god, I'm going back half an hour now and bloody messages. Craft IPA for the win. Yes. Craft your
pear cider.
Is that a pear cider or is that a perry?
This is an actual like cider, but rather than being made from apples, it's made from pear.
Oh. No, Kenny was like, on different subject.
Grow moods, yeah, you can F off.
Did you see the Wagner salt mine video? All those Mint Thompsons.
Which one in particular? I've lost track of so much crap on Telegram. That's the problem with Telegram. Is like if you want to subscribe to every possible source of information and picture, you are going to have a nightmare keeping touch.
Oh dear!
I've had to give up on reading through the Russian the pages in Russian just to focus on the ones in English because I just don't have enough hours in the day to read through all of them.
I mean, I wish I cared more, but the Thompson is kind of terrible. Not gonna lie.
Well, we're talking like Thompson submachine guns stuck in
the
solid assault one.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I have seen pictures of. I've actually not pictures. I've seen a video of a Ukrainian soldier holding an MG42, and as he's saying, "My granddad used one of these."
Well, okay.
I mean, if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for him, right? Well,
yeah. But think about it. Who was using the MG42 back in 1940?
I mean, to be fair, everybody that had some sense.
Everyone who had access to one, yeah.
I mean, it's only so good. There's only 12 countries that still use it.
I'd put a bet on it being former Yugoslav or like.
Yeah, it's probably like an MG. It's probably like a MG53 or something like that.
Yeah, it could be like an MG74 or an MG3 or something. Yeah,
I was thinking it was more like an MG3. But,
Yeah, it's probably in like 762. I wouldn't be surprised.
Although, mind you, my contact in the Bundeswehr resurfaced a while back, and that's the guy who said that his issued MG3 still had Nazi Waffenamt parts on it. Because it was one of the first MG3s made, and they just reused a lot of parts from the factory.
They definitely could have been. There's not uncommon. That was a pretty common thing.
He showed us the video of him doing his military. He's in a Panzer Grenadier unit. They were doing exercises on the Elbe, and he jokingly said he got to learn what it was like to be the Allies on D-Day because he was in the boat this time round. But what was it? He jumps out the boat, etc., runs along, asks, "Hang on, squad, where the hell are you?" It turns out they're 10 meters behind him because he's run ahead. And when the camera pans around to watch the next boat jump out, and the guy holding the Spike anti-tank missile control unit falls in the water. So I wonder how many tens of thousands of euros went with water damage.
I mean, I don't think you understand how governments work. That's pretty normal.
I'll know. He's described to me what life is like in the Bundeswehr. I think I know how governments work.
But like, there's it got to the point where like, the United States is now fighting like, you know, all the Islamic extremists in like Syria and crap like that, and they all have brand new M4s and M16s and Humvees. Shocker! Yep. I wonder who left those there.
It's a mystery.
I wonder who left him all this free shit.
Hang on a different note, that's not an F1 jacket, that's an M64 jacket.
We'll say that like
hang on, a fucking Croatian backpack for 30 quid. I could get that for a tenner. What?
Well, to be fair, shipping is... All right, okay. Camelot, we need to have a word. M64 does not have pop studs on it. It has buttons. So that's an M64 jacket, but that's an F1, F2 jacket, depending on when exactly it was made, because it's got pop studs on it.
Must say, when I did my work experience years ago, I did it at Sandhurst, and I did a bit of stint in the stores, and the amount of shit that gets broken on a daily basis is so crazy. So it shows you it's and this is just with officer cadets, like fairly decent, like, and this was when Bowman was still in use properly before the new stuff came out. So this was years ago. This was like 2009. And yeah, like the stuff that gets broken on a daily basis, like, yeah, these guys don't care. It would get replaced. It would get paid for. It would get fixed. That's the end of the
That's how it's supposed to be. You got to justify the budget for next year so you can get an increase.
The only people who really get annoyed is the poor bloody
quartermaster.
It's the poor quartermaster who has to bloody then do the freaking paperwork to get the new crap back in. That's the only guy who gets pissed off.
I mean, meanwhile, there's cough, cough, me joining the Canadian Army in 2012. Cough, cough, gets issued number 4. Cough, cough.
Sorry, you got issued rifle number 4.
Yeah, I got issued a made in 1944 Savage Arms number 4 Mark I Star in 2012.
Devon was in the Canadian Rangers, so.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so they were using number 4s until they.
Oh yeah, right. Okay. The Canadian Rangers makes more sense than listening to the actual Canadian Army. It was like,
was it the Tika, whatever it is they've adopted now?
It's a version of
the Tika T3X Arctic.
Marsala, yeah.
All stainless hunting rifle with really low tolerances, so you don't need to use any lube because it freezes.
Yeah.
Also, I want to point out to Camelots here, French Army F1. Now, F1 was introduced in 1978. It's an M64 jacket, converted for F1 use, and it says model 1950 when they were using M47.
Don't tell them logic.
Don't tell them logic.
Don't tell the
you are gay.
Women's dress shirts, F2. Yeah, that actually might be an F2 jacket.
Is that the one I borrowed?
You had the F1 sets.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
And you still haven't edited that
video. I know. I'm going to be sending the footage to Ned, so he's going to be editing it for me. So it will get edited.
Again, it's like I typed in US Army and I'm getting German Army Bundeswehr type
Yeah,
blanket.
And then
it's,
the
if
Canadian
you
jacket.
put in American, it'll
What's that one? That
like
the Canadian
do
Army
better.
cadet work jacket.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
an
bloody
actual
hell,
cadet
that's-
work jacket. Yep.
That's RCAC stuff. Hang on, where's Luke when you need him?
What the?
It's from about the 2000s.
Hang on, what?
What? I'm so
50
confused.
58 inches tall, 30-inch chest. Now, okay, that is definitely a young kid.
That's it's for like
A midget.
1981. bloody
Yeah.
hell.
It's female as well.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's still actually made by Peerless because they probably would have went under about 1981, 1982. So
Oh, okay, so this is an extra value item, and that it was the last ever made by Peerless. Dry clean only.
yep, it sucks because they're like a high wool blend, so they'll shrink to all fucking get out if you wash them in the machine.
Levi, Kenny's asking, have you ever used the F1 tent?
My one experience with the F1 tent, I bought it pre-owned off eBay, put it up, and it turned out all the waterproofing had fallen apart on several patches on the inside. So whilst it still held together as a tent, it was definitely not weather-worthy.
It was a bit more ventilation than you thought, basically.
It wasn't ventilation. It was just a case of like it's a single layer tent, which
Yeah,
means
yeah.
the waterproofing is the layer that protects you from the outside.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the waterproofing layer had come off the actual fabric layer. So if it rained, I would have got very wet.
Yeah.
A
Scroll down.
few of us out of
That's a good
London
deal
living
on
in
the
studios.
M51 wool jacket.
Hmm.
Don't give Simon more incentive to convince me to do American kit.
Well, here's the thing: American kit's cheap as fuck, and like those have been unchanged since like the Korean War, and they issued them into like the 2000s. They're
Well,
like
well,
a super. I encourage everyone though, if you're gonna buy one, go up a size because they run kind of small.
Does anyone want some Italian women's
Ooh.
army shorts?
The mosquito
I
head
mean,
nets
they're
are
not
always
very
quite good.
short. Those are pretty modest for shorts. Like, come on.
Those are quite nice, the mosquito head nets, because they're always a bit more difficult to come by these days. And that's not a bad price. For
That
those.
isn't a bad price. That's pretty good.
Actually, hang on, is that an actual? I might put one of those on
Thing
the
is,
list.
like,
If-
the British ones are always like silly money on like eBay. I'm just gonna go put another one of these in the fridge.
Yeah, it's because the Canadians used all their shit. Because like a lot of people don't realize this. Like the Canadians used like the Mark II Brody until like the 70s.
Yeah, I need to change the liner in mine because I've got a Mark II Brody now, which I'm putting with the Canadian Jungle dress.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
let's
they
see
used
what
those
ones.
until like the late 70s, and people don't even realize like they just used everything into fucking oblivion, except for all their pattern 37 shit, which for some reason they gave to Australia, and so Australia is like swimming in fucking Canadian pattern 37 gear, but nobody else has any.
All right, that's East
Yeah,
German.
they do, Kenny. Yeah, they do.
East German Unteroffizier auf Zeit, which is basically someone who's done their 18 months of service and then been told or volunteered to do another 18 months.
She looked like she doesn't want to wear that.
Yeah, she doesn't exactly look happy, does she?
She's got daddy issues.
That's fine.
That's-
Single moms with daddy issues are like the best.
That is the enlisted man's jacket. So yeah, that is Unteroffizier auf Zeit. Hang on. Will not have NCO collar tress or service stripe on sleeve. So what exactly are you selling?
honestly, it looks like a Planned
jacket.
Parenthood recruit. It looks like a Planned Parenthood recruiting poster.
Oh, ow.
No, we are being
I don't, I,
bitchy
I didn't
tonight.
even know the lady. Ow.
You know, Jake,
It's all right.
did
It's
you
all
have
right,
someone on the bus like with a pram with a screaming baby today? Like, yeah.
It's all right. We're an hour into the stream. Most people who care have gone. No,
Oh.
no, it's fine. Oh God.
I mean, we can talk about other things. I brought this up.
No,
just to-
I'm enjoying this. I
Oh,
like-
the West
I like this,
German
right.
fucking canteens. They got the Canadian extreme cold boots.
The mucklucks with wool.
Those are actually like really fucking nice too. I have a pair.
So
They're
does it say $8?
yeah. That's actually a really fucking good deal if they come with the liners because
Depends
those
what
are
size
more-
it's
with
in.
wool
on.
Yeah,
lining.
it's got like size 1.
There's,
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. They're meant to go over like your regular field boots.
Apparently,
Like,
you
if you're
can get
size
up to
1,
size
you
11.
can just wear them without wearing your
Yeah.
boots inside them, and they're still hot as fuck.
Apparently, you can get size 11 US. I'm guessing
That's
size
pretty
10.
large. That's pretty
size
large.
10 UK.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not bad.
And I'm size 13 US. Ladies,
Well, you'll probably still fit into those because they're so overly sized. Like,
yeah, but it so rarely snows in this country, and no events happen in the winter, so there's
well,
no.
I wear a size 9, and like my buddy who's a size 13, he's worn mine before.
Oh well.
The hell noise was that?
$8. I think that's might as well. German Army G3 pouches.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
you could always use them as a drinking implement anyway if they don't fit you.
That is true. That's true.
US Army cheap protector. That looks like something Ann Summers would be selling you.
What fucking Ann Summers have you been going?
So that way you can be cold and
Well,
try
you
to
got-
suffocate yourself.
Luke, you got to go to all the way to the back and through that little curtain thing. You know the strips of plastic they got down the back.
All right, you wouldn't let me in that one.
You got to go past the videos.
Are those kidding? Oh, the Mark V combat boots. Hell yeah.
The VHSs, yeah.
I can't find Mark III or Mark IV boots in my size for toffee.
Those
They
things are
look
pretty
so
nice.
much
For
like the
32
Austrian do.
For 35,
They do,
20,
they
that's
do.
not bad.
Hang on, but if you go to the larger size, it does go up to $40.
I would just
Oh,
get
no.
Austrian boots at that price. Jesus.
Yeah, but the Canadian boots have that little special sort of cutout thing in them.
Yeah, no, Kenny just said that
And they're
last thing is not as bad as
usually
the
fully
it's not as bad
leather
as the
lined.
new-
So
Yeah.
like they have a nice like veg tan leather lining, which actually makes them a lot more comfortable to wear. It does make them a lot stiffer though.
To be fair, if I ever end up going back to Canada and I go into a surplus store and I find a pair of even modern combat boots, I'm going to get a pair just as like walking boots because I hear good things about Canadian boots.
What were you gonna say, Jay?
I mean, my
I
Mark
think-
V boots are actually still so nice. I wear them to work. Like I still wear them, and people are like, "Why?"
No,
I'm
Kenny
like,
was just
'cause
saying.
they're so broke in at this point. They're comfortable. They're not. I still got years of life left in them. But like people are like, "Why are you wearing old army boots when you could have like brand new like high speed tactical cop shoes with zippers on the sides?" I'm like,
Who knew?
because the one day I have to step into a fucking ditch and there's water in it, I don't want to be wet for the next fucking 9 hours.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Oh, bloody
Kenny-
hell.
Kenny was just saying like the mask thing is not as bad as the NATO
Oh,
cold
yes.
weather
The
one.
US Army cold weather leather
see
gimp
them.
mask.
Yeah,
Anyone
yeah.
see the new Batman film? Because they give the fucking I think it was Riddler, the fucking like one of those cold weather masks.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah.
And I saw that. I was like, hang on. I saw one of them for a tenner the other week.
Hang on. I thought for a moment that was an actual weapon. And I was thinking, what on earth?
No, it's
600
it's an airsoft one.
AEG, yeah, airsoft. Mind you, hang on, $630 for that thing. I got an F1 FAMAS for about 250 quid, which is not even remotely.
But is it like a real F1 from us?
Well, aside from the fact that the MOSFET has apparently decided to make it stop working, it looks exactly like you would need.
Oh, I thought you were talking about real ones because I got like a shit ton of real guns in the next room.
Yes, yes.
I live in America.
You are in the land of the Second Amendment, which is
Haha, you live in America.
Yeah, and to be fair, I have all of the SMLEs, all of the surplus SMLEs. They're here. I have 11 of them.
look. Okay, you get guns. We can drink at 18 now.
Wait, no, we can drink at 15. Fuck you, Levi. We can drink at 15 in the pub as long as we have a meal.
What was it? It was drink in public with an adult present or something from 16 onwards. 18, you can buy your.
Yeah.
Or in Liverpool, at any time you can walk.
Liverpool, it's a case of money.
That's not a bad price.
Liverpool,
$30 for an Austrian P-Dot
Yeah.
backpack.
In Liverpool, if you can walk, you can drink, so you cannot walk again.
Oof.
Liner. Assaulted used 2-inch military web pistol belt mixed country grab bag.
No, you're right, Kenny. That is a bit shit. I think it's probably. It looks like it might be a gas one, Kenny.
No, they
Hang
got
on.
like everything in there. They got British
Hang on.
stuff,
Oh, hang
Danish
on. Yeah,
stuff, American stuff,
one,
Israeli
yeah.
stuff.
And yeah, I was going to say top one there looks like I think that's Dutch Air Force
Yes,
by the
Dutch.
blue in this book. That's a French Model 78 because it's got the metal clips on it. So if you're doing French 1980s, that's the belt you want. That's American white. Was it M56 for that era? Is it model 1956? I'm terrible with American
what, the
design.
white one?
Third one from the top.
Yeah,
that's
the white one.
that's not American.
Is it not?
No,
Is
the
it?
buckle's different. If it was American, it would have a buckle like the white one.
I'm looking at the white one.
Oh, the white one? That could be American. It could be like an MP belt because the MPs wear white.
Yeah, I know
White.
white is military police. I just don't know if it's 1956 or whatever it is.
It looks like a 1956 era stuff.
Then that one
We
looks
will
like
never
Dutch
know.
Army. That looks like 37 pattern, although mind you, it could be Israeli with a stamp on it. We don't know. And then that is Canadian 64 pattern.
Does it matter? Are you going to buy it? He's like, you're having an hour's conversation over a picture of some belts.
I do need to place an order from these guys, and if it turns out there's a spare, what's that one? If it turns out there's a spare 64 pattern belt in a slightly larger size than the one I've got, then I'll happily
Levi, are you
take
going
it.
to go for the? Are you going to go for the Canadian Chinese fighting suit over the other side?
Sorry, what?
Like the quilted combat liner, jacket liner, the Chinese fighting suit.
Chinese fight.
Oh, that. if I want a Chinese fighting suit, I'll buy the Type 65 mouse.
Why is that the Chinese fighting suit? Because they wear the Russian one, which is a lot different.
I don't know, but I mean, like, especially like the British, like quilted liner. When you wear it, it doesn't look like the Chinese fighting suit from like Korea.
Yeah,
Everyone's
the
flying to
television,
fighting. Hang on, what? $225. That
That for
must
all
be
of them?
really.
I think it's a grab bag, though.
That must be every single sodding belt in the store.
That's fucking the Spanish there. There's Italian, East
Yeah, that
German.
one's Spanish. That's
Yeah,
a
East
Bundeswehr
German, yeah.
trouser belt. That's Italian. That's Italian. East German, yeah, fairly obvious. East German's one of the most obvious belts to identify.
How many fucking belts do you need? Who's buying these belts?
Well, I
People have very big trousers, Luke.
It's American. Isn't it? I always get, for countries that use belts, I always get two. That way I can have one for
Jake.
normal surface, and then the other
Jake.
one I have permanently assembled on it, the webbing set.
I can't believe you never said Joe Mama. Like, legit, come on.
Tell Walter they got Swiss war tunics.
Also,
Oh, shit, no,
Devin,
Lots of
is that a
theory.
pith helmet? Because
It is.
that looks kind of cool.
I had it custom made actually, so it would be.
I like
just
the
like
leather trim. I like the leather trim.
Yeah, the leather trim. That's what the Canadian style one was. It was like
That's
the
nice.
British officer one. They did the
like
leather
that a
trim
lot.
on theirs.
I like the large.
You know,
The
Canadians
longer
have them.
sweep back as well.
This
That's
is
nice.
the Canadians never adopted the Halsey pattern one, so they stayed with like the Boer War one up until like the 1920s.
All right.
Oh, well, I think we're getting into the boring sort of just pins and stuff. Anyone else want a country to search?
Just type in Irish and see what it comes up with.
Irish.
I didn't actually see the price of those
I'll type
belts
in
before.
Irish. There we go. 4 results found.
Oh,
Double.
yes, it's the
08
08.
pack, 08 haversack, 08 belt, 08 shoulder straps.
Okay.
Jesus,
That's pretty much all of it. What more do you need?
I might get a pack for me to display because I do need more stuff.
Well, if you're placing an order, I want to see roughly how much it's going to cost to ship versus how much to ship to Simon in Idaho.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's Camelot. It's a pretty big company, so they probably have a deal worked out with
USPS,
USPS
but if
for
it turns out,
international shipping. So
but if it turns out I'm buying like I don't know 1 or 2 items and it's going to be $100 to ship it over the.
well, I mean, it really depends on because the UK is the worst country to ship to right now if you're in the United States by like a lot.
To a point, yeah.
And
It is annoying
because you guys just had to Brexit for whatever stupid fucking reason.
Look, Brexit is the most important meal of the day.
Yeah, but it was like affordable to ship to the UK before Brexit. Like I remember like while that was all going on.
I'm sorry. I remember being in the EU. It was never cheap to send anything to the States.
It was cheaper though.
Well, that's different.
Not really. I mean,
sending stuff to the States is different than sending stuff from the States.
Anyone bought a new kit recently?
But like I sent a package to Simon before Brexit, and it was affordable. It was relatively cheap. I was like, wow, that was actually really cheap. And then I was looking to send him one like 2 weeks after Brexit, and it was like 3 times the price.
Well, to be fair, if it's just afterwards, the entire country was losing their heads, going, "Oh my God, what does this mean?" And no one was going, "Nothing has to change. We can still send things abroad."
I'm trying to remember how much it was for me to send the cat badge over to Devon now, actually. It wasn't that much. It wasn't too
No,
bad.
it was only like £6 or £7 to ship that over here.
Yeah, and that was absolutely post Brexit. That was way past Brexit. So
But that's all letter.
it does depend
Yeah,
on
because
the
for
item,
some
so.
reason you have all the really hard to get Canadian cat badges there. Over here, it's $400 for me, and Jake's like, it's like $20 here.
Oh, yeah, can you find me an RCEME cat badge? Because that's what I'm doing with the Canadian £49 battle dress.
An RCME, I might be able to. It probably won't be cheap.
Well, that's the thing. The only ones I've found are at least $30 plus VAT shipping over the pond. And it's like cat badge. At the moment, I'm using a British REME one because it looks 99% the same.
Bob.
Also, I know
Get
Americans
the
are
fuck
terrible
out
at
of here, you.
Also, I know Americans are terrible at geography, but you type in Norway and get Danish and Swedish.
Oh, you type in Swedish and you get Swiss and fucking.
I mean, to be fair,
Well,
Norway is pretty much Diet Denmark.
Canada's America on a diet. There you go.
You type in something Swedish, you actually get some stuff that say Swedish in them.
Yeah. Canada is like cold Americans. Like
That's pretty much true. Cold America.
No. America is South Canada in the same way that Argentina is.
I think I remember Devon's like description of what Eskimos were.
The snow Mexicans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah.
In the words of Sheldon Cooper, it's funny because it's true.
Well, maybe if they quit looking so similar, it would be funny.
What? Oh my god, man. Two legs to arms.
Thank you for enjoying my channel. This is the last video that I've made.
Whoever said Canadians are all polite can sod on.
Jake, I was gonna say I have bought some stuff recently, but it's not. Well, it's not. Well, it's not necessarily military. It's for the ancient Greek
for
stuff.
one, that's not an
Okay.
RCMP.
No, go ahead. So, because is that what you're doing at Millard, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
so I'm
a
gonna have to
Canadian
show off
military
some pottery.
academy tunic.
I was going to say, that doesn't look like RCMP. That's more like
No, that's a military.
RCMC.
That's the Royal Military College tunic.
Is that the Kingston one?
No, that's it's the Royal Military College in Ontario. That's their uniform.
I thought that was Kingston because Kingston is Ontario. Or is there another one I'm mixing it up with?
I thought Kingston was in Jamaica.
I thought Kingston was in Canada, and not to be confused with Kingston.
I mean,
I
there's a lot of.
I thought it was in London.
But, the Royal Military College actually
Kingston
has
Town.
Wow. Is this a
I thought-
this is a black battle dress.
I thought it was in the States, like where they all grow up.
Hang on. This is a black battle dress.
Ooh.
That could be. That's like the Class B uniform, basically. Yeah.
Hang on. Is it black or is it dark green with my color blindness showing up?
Well,
It's
it
black.
would help if you zoomed in on the image.
Well, there's only so much I can do my end.
Oh.
It's black.
Yeah, it's
All
black.
right.
Scroll down, see if it says.
$44.
Scroll down, see if it says it's black or not.
Dark navy blue. Ooh,
Oh.
I do like blue.
Yeah, but a dark navy blue is black.
Basically, yeah.
It really is.
Well,
It really is.
I've never heard it referred to as navy blue. It's always black.
Funny side story on that one. I've got one of the Dutch dress uniforms in lovely blue. apparently it's officially called the equivalent Black Blue, and there was a sort of race over time of using ever darker shades of blue to the point that some of the uniforms are actually just black.
It's basically black.
Yeah. All right. I will put that one to one.
All right.
side.
Well, I finished my 2 beers, so I'm gonna go grab like 3 or 4 more.
No worries, dude.
I was gonna say,
Actually, I do have beer in the fridge.
Beer stream.
I've got Czech beer because fuck American beer. If I'm going to take lessons on beer, I'll take it from a country that's had enough time to develop its own brewing culture.
This is why I like Danish beer as well. Like Danish beer is good.
What you mean, like Carlsberg? You can sod off.
Well, but even Carlsberg,
big here.
but like it's nice. But like Belgian beer is like amazing.
Belgian beer is pretty good. Danish Carlsberg, I'm sorry, there's more gas in it than bloody Auschwitz.
I tell you what, Jake, a good Belgian.
For
the record, YouTube, I'm part Jewish. I can say it. You can sod off.
Sorry, go ahead, Luke.
I was gonna say, in Tesco, I could recommend the Belgian. It's called Delirium Tremors. It's in like a white bottle. Fucking good, man. It's like 10%.
I can't remember what it was. It was, I think it was when I was going around. It might have been when I was going around. It was when I was going around the shops at Overlord. When I was speaking to the guys from East Meets West Trading, not the group, but the actual trading.
Yes, avoid East Meets West, you collaborator.
Yeah. No, they gave me like one of their beers. They had like a whole like pallet worth of it. It was like I think it was German. It was from Bavaria. Oh, it was so good.
Ooh, Bavaria.
So good.
But Bavaria is known for wheat beer, and they make some really good wheat beers.
I wish I got
it was absolutely lovely. It was so good.
Bavarian wheat beer is really nice. Canadian Forces Police steel toe ankle boot.
Well, or they're just the old army parade boots. So.
Oh, they only got to size 9 as well.
Do you have any US Air Force SP berets? Can only fund Reapers in the UK? Don't know.
I'm also debating when it comes to the berets as well, because when I'm looking at the Israeli kit, the boots are basically a copy of the US McNamara boot, and given the sheer amount of American kit that shows up there, were the berets just copied from American? In which case, can I cheat and use American berets?
Well, did you speak?
100% can, because they're pretty much interchangeable.
Levi, did you speak to Shanahan about the berets?
Briefly, at the time, I didn't have the money to buy all of them, and he says they're all 1980s era.
Okay,
but I've definitely found berets from before the 1980s. I mean, there's footage of them wearing them, and I've seen a couple on eBay. It's just trying to work out what the change was between the pre-1980s berets and the post-1980s.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So
a vintage Canadian self-inflating
The pre-1980s berets are just a little shorter.
Self-inflating air mattress. Ooh.
No. I think what we need is a vintage Canadian military yellow aircraft deceleration parachute canopy.
Yeah, that way I could drop a fucking Jeep out of a C-130.
Need a C-130 first.
Oh, that's easy.
That can be arranged.
Gonna make a few calls, yeah.
I mean, I could probably make a few calls.
Luke, you have to buy those magazines that are like bi-weekly where you get like single parts each week.
Hang on, how on earth are these Canadian Parkers only $30?
The first magazine is
they're from
$1.99.
like the 90s or 2000s, of which there's a shit ton of them around.
Do you remember those magazines?
Canadian compact colors,
yeah, they sell like 100 pieces, but like it'd be each magazine, and it'd be like you'd have to spend like £200 or something.
There we go.
Like an Apex model like that.
The first magazine was like $1.99, and the next magazine from that were like $6.99 to like £10.
Billion. Yeah.
For a model or a car or whatever, you'll probably spend like £100 like in the shops. It costs you like $3.5 fucking grand.
They have CG634 helmet liner assemblies, which are actually really hard to find. I've been asked where people could get one of those for a long time.
Well, they're only $8 apparently.
I was gonna say that's cheap as shit.
Tell you guys, come to Camo Lots. We're not sponsored by Camo Lots, but fucking hell.
Canadian medical cotton bed sheets.
I want to know about this shirt because it's white, which probably makes it more appropriate for the modern stuff. But by the looks of it, the buttons are on the left-hand side, so it's a woman's one as opposed to an officer's one. But I mind you,
I'm correct because I've never seen anybody wear a white dress shirt.
The UK ditched the Hercules. What are we? Yeah.
The Hercules got phased out the other month, wasn't it?
Yeah. What's it being replaced with?
Oh, I don't know, to be honest. I mean, do we even have a replacement? I mean, one of the big criticisms.
Several men with wheelbarrows.
Canada's got quite a few caribou for sale if you want to have those.
Vintage Canadian Army dress stroke work. But what is it? Is it dress or is it work?
Well, they look like the cadet pants. They're that same kind of green as the cadet pants.
Well, I do need a pair of Canadian dress green trousers to go and complete the uniform, but
I mean, they'll be the same color, but they look like the cadet pants.
Yeah, but if one of them is an actual like dress pants, as in they haven't got thigh pockets, then that's good. If they have got 5 pockets, then that means they're work pants. Trousers. Sorry, I need to be British. Trousers.
Pants.
Trousers.
Okay.
Pants you wear underneath the trousers.
No, I don't wear anything underneath my trousers.
Pantaloons.
Undergarments.
You don't understand. I'm an old infantryman. I freeball it all the time because that's just extra fabric. That's a waste.
It's just extra fabric for the medic to get through.
So if you shit yourself,
and it's also just
you
extra
can tell
fabric to trap all your grundle grease and all that other shit up near you, which you don't need. So.
Yeah, you heard it here, folks. Don't wear underpants. It makes washing cheaper.
Pretty much, it allows you to vent all that excess moisture.
Oh, the Canadian wool shirt.
Oh, those are actually like the old wool field shirts. Those are kind of nice, actually. I've got a couple of those.
The only one I managed to get in my size has got some bloody embroidery above both of the pockets, but
they're very, very similar to like the 1950s, like British ones as well.
Yes,
so they would have wore those in the 50s and 60s, and but if you just cut the patches off, they're fine.
Having worn my one, I can tell you, Jake, that they are itchier than the British ones somehow.
They are pretty itchy.
Like,
that's why you just put it in like the wash machine on like a constant spin cycle with just like loads of fucking fabric softener.
Although to be fair, $20 US for one of those is not bad.
You just gotta wash them with cheap hair conditioner.
That is true, and that is true. Actually, that does work really nicely.
See, I told you about that. It's like if you get your itchy wool, if your wool itches too bad, I'm like, just fill your bathtub with some like lukewarm water, and then get some like a cheap bottle of hair conditioner and just wash them in cheap hair conditioner, and it takes like pretty much all the itch away.
Would you like some Canadian Kids down boot liners?
No, I'm good. Hard pass.
Oh, that booty hat's nice.
Oh, the Parktown cap. They are.
Yeah.
You never ever find one in your size. So the one that I've got is 7 1/8 of an inch, which means it's just slightly too small.
I think half a Blasto this year was wearing them.
On those because I wear a 7 1/4, and I had to order up to 7 1/2.
See if have they got any sizes on that one?
No, it's just small on that one.
Okay.
Is this a story you have of Brits using these in the field or something?
They're super nice, actually. They're the Robin Hood cap because you can because they have a bill sewn in them.
Yeah, they have a built-in front. Yeah,
and it looks like a Robin Hood hat. Yeah, I still have mine, which is great. I wear it all the time, and people give me shit about it, and I was like, no, you have no idea how awesome this fucking.
Oh, fire suit.
Yeah, he's already seen. Apparently, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't stop fire. It just like gives you more time before you get burnt to death.
No, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't stop heat at all. It's not insulated. It's just a mirror.
Yeah, so it buys you time. That's what I've just said.
No, it doesn't buy you jack shit because it doesn't reflect any heat at all.
Okay, Devin, buy me one. I'll stand over the fire in one. I don't give a shit, bro.
Well, the problem is if you stand over a direct fire, they melt.
There you go, Luke. You can see that. You can see that lovely Canadian shot.
What is he doing in the suit? Is he limbering up?
I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. It looks like something out of an 80s like B flick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does he think he's on the Moon Men or something?
This is the movie that comes on before the movie you're going to see.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you see the big warning label beneath that? Because I've seen it. It says, does not actually prevent you from getting burned.
Hang on.
It's like, blah, 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 blah. It gives you a big red warning because it's like, does not prevent heat injury, does not blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, it's
Caution.
more like...
Caution, must be used only as a cover with structural coat.
So it doesn't do anything, basically, is all it is. Because
Basically,
actual fire suit
it's
would be
made out of the
underneath
same material you use to cook fucking popcorn.
What it is a very, very expensive rain suit.
Once you hear popping, please move away from flame.
No.
Oh fuck no! Fucking
I like the Naval Academy sweater.
No, Jake, it's a Peter Davidson sweater.
Oh, they got the fucking Naval Academy sweater. Look at that shit.
Anyone for cricket?
I was going to say it's a cricket jumper.
No, I say we're 35 for 6, aren't we, bro?
Bro.
Right.
You gotta get that deep V. You're in the Navy. You gotta show that you're available to the other dudes.
Is that the code? V for available, upper collar, cloak taken.
Pretty much.
I heard it to Bib.
You can't be trapped alone on a boat with that many other dudes for that many months and not do gay stuff. Like,
I might need to get another one of these because I think I've only got one C1 pouch on my 82 pattern set.
but you gotta just remember, because the 82 pattern stuff, there's a difference between the C1 pattern magazine pouches and the C7 pouches because they're all pattern 82.
The C1's on the right, the C7's on the left, and then in the middle you got the 1990s C7 with the twin grenade.
The twin grenade pouches, yeah. But a lot of people just see pattern 82, but there's differences.
I've got the 1990s C7 stuff. I just haven't got the 1980s C7 stuff. Canadian service cap. Ooh, that does look nice. But no, I'm sticking with a beret, even if, well, yeah, maybe tell Russ about that one because he needs a cap if he's doing the Thunderbirds. Combat liner, a pair of teeth attached to a shirt by the looks of it.
God.
Oh God! These bloody! I hate this style cap. I hate it with a passion.
The little pillbox caps.
I hate them.
Is that fall?
It's the one reason I hate the Royal Canadian Military Academy photograph.
They're basically a callback to like the sort of early 19th century kind of cap.
It looks like a fucking bellboy hat, man.
Yeah, it just makes me think of hotel concierge.
They were called like pillbox hats or caps or whatever. It really does depend.
Oh, they got the Canadian wedge cap. It's a thing that everyone's missing in their kit, but you should have it because they're great.
Yeah, they're worn a lot by like artillerymen and like some depends on what regiment. Sometimes by like infantry officers.
The ordnance cap is what you're referring to.
Yeah, it really does depend in like what service you see.
Snow netting, anyone? 100 square foot?
That's pretty good deal, actually.
Back in a sec.
Great. Jake's gone. Now we can be really... No, we can't. Pistol belt. Yep, I'm going to set that one aside. If they've got one that is a better size. Used good versus used excellent. No count of the size.
That's all right. The pattern 64 stuff sucks anyways.
I know, but I've got it because I've got the 64 pattern in the Canadian collection. I've got to have it.
I mean, it's not that great. It's terrible.
Yes, it is. It is one of the worst webbing systems I've ever come across.
Yeah. I mean, I have my pattern 82 stuff, which I really like, actually. But
yeah, I've only worn the pattern 82 for one festival, one day at Chatham, and I was surprised at how not terrible the 82 pattern was.
The 82 pattern shit is actually really nice.
No wonder the Germans copied it.
They got the pattern fucking 64 thermos pouch.
Well, that thing.
Yeah.
Only 16.
Those are actually kind of rare. and hard to find because they were having a problem with people staying hydrated in the Arctic. So they actually went to Stanley, like the thermos company in America, and ordered a bunch of Stanley Aladdin pattern thermoses without the handles on them to use to keep water from freezing in the Arctic. And they issued that pouch with that thermos. So you can fit a Stanley Aladdin thermos into that pouch.
82 pattern rucksack. I've seen a photo relatively recently of troops wearing these still in the field.
Yeah, they still do. And they're actually better than a lot of the modern ones by quite a few ways. I have an 82 pattern rucksack because it's the first one I was issued. And I have the 64 pattern Gen 4, which is the new one. Which
there you go, NATO. You need to stop looking forward and look back. Things worked in the 80s.
They certainly did.
4-pocket dress jacket. Hang on, is that a guy wearing it?
No, that's a chick.
I was going to say there was something about the hips and leg structure which didn't quite sit right.
She's self-conscious about the fact she has no ass. Give her a break.
It's like Sigourney Weaver then, just as flat as a piece of paper.
That's right.
Get away from her, you bitch.
Defined as a 2x4.
I thought Sigourney Weaver. Oh, forget it. All right. Each to their own. Let's not get in. None. No, it's okay. None.
No. What did you say? We didn't hear you.
I was going to say Sigourney Weaver's not a bad looking woman, but each to their own. We all have our
I mean, she's not bad looking.
She's all right.
Everyone cites the clip of her from Aliens when she gets up and she's wearing those panties. And I'm sorry, if that's what she looks like in quote unquote in real life, her ass is like an IKEA bit of furniture. It's all flat pack.
Yeah. She's not bad looking for a dude.
Fucking hell, bro.
Jesus Christ.
We're all good to dish it out, but
starring Simon Weaver. Oh, hang on. Ooh, that I think is. Hang on, is that grey piping? That I think is East German Prison Service.
Real and rare.
I think your screen probably froze again.
Yeah.
I can't see. I can see military officer hat grab bag.
I'm looking at the $150 assorted new and vintage mixed military officer hats. And there's quite a few women's one in there. Then there's some sailors. Then there's some looks like US Air Force. Then I think that's Royal Air Force. East German Prison Service randomly thrown in. I have no idea what those are.
Hey Jake.
Yeah.
You might be the person to ask for this.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, I had an epiphany about a month ago. I'm going to start teaching in September.
Preaching?
Before teaching in classroom.
Preaching.
No, classroom, not church.
I hope it's not English. I hope you're not teaching English.
Now, Jesus, he was a right old lad.
I'm sorry. I've just got this image now of you knocking on the door saying, "Hi, can we tell you about our Lord and Savior Ched?"
Listen, Jesus was fucking sound.
Lord and Savior Stephen Gerrard.
Oh, I'm never telling you, mate. Don't start. Don't start.
No, sorry, carry on.
So what?
I was going to say
kind of teacher.
History.
History. Okay, good. Because I was going to say if it's English, don't.
No, if anything, I'd say not any foreign language.
Right, Devon. I'll see you after class, mate. You're going to stay behind 2 hours in Dublin. Okay.
Devon,
I don't appreciate being talked over. Honestly, you're very immature for your age, and I just do not like it when people disrespect me like that. Okay.
It's been like 3 weeks since I was in a fight. I was actually really hoping yesterday there was going to be one just to break up the monotony of boredom. So that's actually kind of
I've not even asked the fucking question yet. Language problems already. No, it's okay.
Promise to zip it and we'll get your question.
You're aware I'm a cop, right?
Oh, shush. Go ahead, Luke.
Right. So I've got a month and a half to just go wherever I want.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to go to Belfast for the day. Part of me is like, is it all right or not? What do you reckon?
Just go for the day.
Yeah, because I can get a ferry from there, can't I?
I think that's fair. You obviously go for the day, yeah.
Just make sure you let someone know where you're going if you don't come back.
Mate, it's not that bad. No. I
Honestly,
was just wondering, like, would you know anywhere to like go and see? I know there's like City Hall and Stormont.
We could get you in touch with Gabe. I don't know if you said in the chat because Gabe lives in Belfast. So, well, he lives in Bangor technically, but still.
Bangor, I know.
Bangor. I know. Get in touch with him because he'll probably be able to show you around. Maybe.
I'm going to double check what's on the messages.
Okay. I've never been, and
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, well, I don't know what it's like, to be honest.
Gabe, I don't know if you've probably heard about Gabriel Parrott, but he's the one who makes the right shields.
I think you've mentioned him before. I don't think I've met Gabe or spoke to Gabe.
He is a sound lad. If you want, actually, we could probably add you to the Discord chat that we're in.
And then he can read through everything that happened last night.
Is this? Oh God!
Jesus Spottus.
Luke, have I introduced you to my friend in Wome called Jesus Spottus?
To put it into context, because now we're up 2 hours in, so I think we're quite safe from the general moderators. So we're basically we came up with a thing of like, is the G-spot actually real, or is it like some like urban myth that like it's actually kind of like? And then we went down a whole rabbit hole of like, is it actually like from Monty Python, like biggest dickers, like Jesus Spottus kind of thing? Like,
I mean, to answer your question, yes, it does. But like, okay, I've got the feeling. No offense, Jake. I've got the feeling it's something you wouldn't know about. But to be fair, half of the lads in that chat probably don't have an excuse.
I've dabbled into the female encyclopedia. I've seen that.
But we came up with all sorts of conspiracy theories. So JFK got assassinated because he was going to reveal the location to the people.
What?
JFK was going to reveal the location of the G-spot, so that's why he was killed.
Okay.
That sounds very American, and he was shot in Texas. It makes sense.
Yeah. We got to find it somewhere.
But German, my favorite
G-spot was on the grassy knoll.
My favorite one was the German Lebensborn project. Was just a cover up to excuse the fact that their scientists failed to find the G-spot.
Right.
Well, like the new Indiana Jones movie was like Indiana Jones and the crystal G-spot.
I'm not being funny yet. The new Indiana Jones has been like crucified, and it's not bad. It's a 7 out of 10. It's not bad, honestly.
Oh, sorry, guys. You just seen what Kenny. JFK he took a drive to clear his head. Ooh, at some point,
as we'd say in Liverpool, his head was chocker.
I mean, for the rest of the world, we got to find out what was actually in an American's head, and not much, as it turned out.
You're not wrong.
Well, it was definitely watching that footage. Watching that footage was mind blowing. So,
Jesus Christ, how many bad taste puns can you make about JFK in 30 seconds?
I don't know.
Don't know, but give us your best shot.
JFK was just copying the car he was driving in, open top.
Oh no! Boy, I bet Marilyn Monroe was sad. Well, his wife.
Honestly, it was the CIA. It absolutely was. Like, there's no doubt, really.
You mean the GIA, the G-Spot Intelligence
Agency? Even the commission that, like, the actual thing that looked into it says, yeah, there was collusion by American intelligence services into the assassination. Like,
I mean,
And they're going, "Oh no, we're not releasing the files for another 10 years or whatever they're doing." It's like, yep.
It might be as simple as like it was Oswald, but like intelligence never caught him before he decided to like buy the right.
Well, the thing is though, like the reports in the newspapers in Australia, for example, that said it was Oswald and all his background were in Australian newspapers within less than 10 hours after it happened. This is the 60s. Like, how the hell is that possible?
Someone makes a phone call.
But all his background, all of it.
Someone makes a phone call.
It's
because it was all predetermined.
Sorry, Jay.
Exactly.
Someone would make a phone call, and you can make a phone call. Like back then, he would have been that good.
But back then it would have taken more than 10 hours to get all of the background on Lee Harvey Oswald.
They didn't exactly have email back then. They would have had to ship the files.
But literally, no. Within Australian newspapers, they had all his background, including his like connections to the Soviet Union. Everything was in Australian newspapers within less than 10 hours. And I bear in mind,
when was he arrested though?
But he was arrested a while after it happened because it was so weird. Because like
he wasn't arrested until like 4 or 5 hours after he was shot. Either
like police went into the building. Police went into the building to see what happens. Oswald was in the canteen eating when the police went in. And even when he was arrested, he was like, "Oh, am I being accused? Am I the patsy?" Which basically means, is he like the scapegoat? And there's the fact of like a random guy who had connections with the mob decided to shoot him on the way to the police station, well, on the way to be properly interrogated. Shot him, and he's like, I just had an actual affection for JFK. Why? And then he has a heart attack a few years later. Like,
but why would they kill the guy they're gonna frame? That's the thing.
No, it's
because he was going to sleep. Because he was going to talk. Because I think,
if he talked, no one would believe him.
Oswald was involved, I think.
Right.
But he was the scapegoat for the whole operation.
I don't know, man. It's probably simpler than what people think. What actually happened? We're ever gonna know. I don't know.
I think probably, but I think there was absolutely more. I do generally think there was more than one shooter anyway, because the way the actual proper killing blow that hits JFK is not from behind. It is not from behind.
No, I think his driver shot him. I think his driver stuck his arm gun under his arm and shot JFK like fucking 4 or 5 times.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But no, like,
I mean, he's dead. Like... That's the important thing. At least we can confirm he's definitely
Levi,
dead.
Are you bringing up the footage?
No, I just got some. I'm tired with camo lots now, so I feel I put something else on as you guys were talking.
IDF parade. What? Oh, okay.
Oh, did you think it was the Irish Defence Force?
I thought it was. I thought it was JFK in that car, and then I thought it was Irish, and I was like, "Hang on, Jerusalem? Whoa, what?"
Hang on, guys. Break stream and watch your stream whilst on the stream.
I think you'll break the internet. Don't do that.
It turns out one of Simon's friends of a friend is actually in these IDF and was saying he can get access to white shirts.
Okay.
But annoyingly, he can't get access to the trousers, so I can't do Israeli Navy.
Look at those freaking awesome.
But I think, Luke, the thing is, though, with the whole thing, like...
No, wait, hang on. We're talking about awesome. Shed Chungus of Israeli. He's had a lot of latkes.
Luke, for example, the two guys who headed the Warren Commission, i.e., the investigation to the death of the president, were two guys that JFK had specifically fired after the actual catastrophe of the Bay of Pigs. Like, it's like, and then it was a massive cover-up that was in the whole Warren Commission. Was bollocks. It was absolutely bollocks. It just literally went, oh yeah, this happened because this happened. It's all clean cut, black and white. It's like, wait, what? Like, how the hell is
Americans
a
are dumb.
guy?
They'll eat whatever the media spoon feeds them.
Yeah, it's honestly, the Warren Commission was even like through a court case that happened in, I think it was the 90s. Basically said, like the Warren Commission was bollocks.
It's just one of them, mate. Like, especially when you have like a clear crime and like something happening, like JFK, and then all the leads, so to speak, are like there could be so many players in it.
Yeah. I think it is simpler than a lot of people say, but I think absolutely there was absolutely something going on. It wasn't just some random guy who was actually not a great shot in the Marine Corps. Like for him to physically do that.
Shots, apparently,
his driver shot
6.5.
Yeah. His driver shot.
Honestly, like we may never know, but I don't really pour over it, to be honest. Like,
I just find it fascinating. I love going over it because it's just fascinating.
Yeah.
Right, hang on.
His driver shot him.
No, it was his wife.
I think we heard you the first time.
She found out about Marilyn. He was like, "You bitch! You sleep with that hussy!"
It's mad the way fucking Arnie got with a Kennedy and then became a governor.
Because the bullets that they took out of him were 6.35 caliber bullets, but the Carcano doesn't shoot 6.35 caliber bullets.
The bullet they find that is apparently, as the Warren Commission called it, the magic bullet. Like it's practically in like perfect condition.
Yeah,
it's hot like that. And they claim that's the round that passed through both Kennedy and the governor multiple times.
But the problem is the only like thing that's a 6.35 caliber out there is the fucking little 25 ACP pocket pistols that his driver stuck under his arm and shot him a bunch of times with.
Yeah.
Because the Carcano's a 6.5. It's not a 6.3.
But it wasn't a proper Carcano. It was a Carcano.
It was a 9138, which is a 6.5.
Unless it was rechained.
Because the M38's a 7.35.
I don't know.
I think the funny thing is when you look at Bobby Kennedy as well, a few years later, gets killed running on the same sort of things as his brother was, trying to and he wanted to literally properly investigate into his actual brother's death, and then suddenly he gets killed as well. And then two of the witnesses from the other side of the fence line, near where the grassy knoll was, suddenly wind up dead less than 2 weeks later after the actual thing in weird, suspicious circumstances. It's fascinating. It's like it could be like a great TV series. Like, honestly, it's great.
What's mad though, Jake, is like it might not even be the Americans. We have the Soviets in the picture, for example. We have the Cubans.
But like even the Soviets were like actually.
I don't think the
shocked.
KGB would have been involved.
Like the Soviets were genuinely shocked.
There's no way to not guarantee. That's what I'm saying. We are dealing in like
true, but I think it's very improbable because if you go around assassinating the head of the president, one, that is technically basically a declaration of war, and two, that also means in the game of the weird world of various intelligence agencies having.
The Soviet Union tried to kill Tito how many times?
I know, but like Tito doesn't come with half the world's arsenal of nuclear weapons.
We are also talking about Stalin era Soviet Union versus Khrushchev era Soviet Union, which it has to be said are two very different Soviet Union.
Khrushchev was very fond of JFK, very fond of him.
But
he was genuinely upset when he found out he's dead.
In the weird world of intelligence agencies and espionage agencies acting, there's a sort of mutual respect and status quo that they have for each other. So if you go around assassinating one person's head of state, that means you open up the doors all of a sudden to them doing the same to you. So there's a whole.
What I would say is like it is unlikely, but we cannot We cannot rule things out. That's the thing.
It's possible, and it's possible in the same sense that an asteroid that's come from deep space is burning through the atmosphere right now. It will come down to the size of a pebble and go through your window and hit you on the noggin.
It's as possible as his driver shooting him. That's what I'll say.
It's possibility does not correlate to probability.
Get your Tito's out. Sorry. Kenny in the comments. Kenny, are you the only one in the chat at the moment? I appreciate you staying on, dude.
Thanks, Kenny. You've had to put up with a fucking with us.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Kenny to vanish, and it'll be like, "Oh my god, who killed Kenny?"
God,
was it the KGB? Was it the FBI?
It was the CIA.
CIA.
It was the NSPCC.
The Americans won't kill him unless he's got oil.
If you're a greasy teenager, look out! You've got oil over your face.
Oh no! Said about that. Said about the oil thing, but that was another reason. That was the reason the Americans went into Iraq was to find the G spot, not WMD.
I saw something funny the other day, and it was like, have you ever seen like Vincent Van Gogh's like Starry Night, and then somebody like put an attack helicopter in like an AC-130 gunship?
Yes.
The Americans, after they find out Van Gogh painted with oil.
I approve of that joke. I approve.
Fuck.
And I'm like, how fucking hard at that?
No. Oh,
God, we're children, aren't we?
Oh, dear.
Hang on, everyone else is drinking. Sorry, I'm going to get a can.
Yay, good man. Put your camera on as well.
I'm off the drink.
Put your camera on. I've only had like 7 beers today. I've only been up since fucking 3 p.m. and it's 4:36. And I've already had 7 beers.
Good man.
But I didn't even get home until like 3:50. So in like less than an hour, I've had 7 beers.
Right, let's have a look, shall we?
Got I was trying to say before, but we were looking at surplus stuff. Like I've got some Greek pottery.
I'll put my camera on when we're off YouTube.
Why not? Put your face on. Come on now. You can't be any more hideous.
Look. Especially given recent events, I'm just very wary with overt exposure.
Oh, Levi, look at me, bro. You can't be that bad.
No, I know what Levi's on about, so I get it.
I mean, you just got to cover up your hideousness with a beautiful helmet like I do.
But look at S6. Levi, put like an S6 on.
What, 6 on? What?
An S6 on.
Oh, I don't have, aside from an American M81 jacket, which I got for free, I don't actually have any military in this room.
Reenact the UDA.
I mean, I got enough British people here. I could probably actually put on a British helmet.
No, I'm half Canadian. I'm happy with you doing the PIF helmet. This is good beer. Budweiser from the Czech Republic.
Oh, that's
I've got cans of that in my fridge.
The Budvar stuff's all right, yeah.
Yeah, brewed in the Czech Republic, not brewed in Britain, brewed in the Czech Republic.
They do a dark one, Budweiser, and it's fucking good. But it's not like a stout or an ale. It's like just dark lager. It's weird.
Oh,
Are you guys seeing this?
Are we going back to Op Banner?
Yes. I just wanted to sort of do like a general sort of like.
Is this before or after? I genuinely can't tell.
Bombay Street. Don't they call it Mumbai now?
This is August '69. It's quite a good one actually because you sort of see them in the light belt order kit. Where they're
definitely light belt order kit. The guy in the front's only got a torch on it.
Yeah, it's quite a nice one actually.
Judging by the prominence of his tie, is he the officer?
Not necessarily. Ties were with the actual ties were worn with this kind of dress.
Well, £60.
Yeah. Tyson won.
I do secretly want a Finger 60 pattern, but again, the only reason I want it is so I can do that RAF response unit from Doctor Who.
Right. Can you? Is it still on?
No, it's gone now.
No, it's gone.
Give it a minute. Here we go. There we go. Right. Scroll through some different ones.
There's a nerd with a rifle there.
Oh, this one. This is off a famous documentary. He ends up getting killed or dying not too long after.
Well, I don't know how he's fucking looking down those sights because his eye is way beneath the rear sight.
This is when he's training as a junior soldier. I
was going to say, unfortunately, he's been issued the British equivalent of BCGs.
So, he's wearing like denims with the 60.
He's not even looking down the sights of his gun. Look at his eye.
It's a posed photo.
Probably. On the bright side, he's wearing glasses, which means
it's actually
he doesn't get it in his eye.
It's actually a still from footage, as far as I remember.
Oh,
but look at where his eye is compared to his rear aperture.
I think he's just peering at his eyes just below the rim of the glasses. I think.
It's not in his socket. Good lord.
Here's one, lads. Here's a little bit of a debate.
No wonder why he died. He couldn't even look down the sights of his gun right.
So, right, Jake.
Yeah.
Northern Ireland does not have an official flag because I've just seen that little patch.
Yeah.
I personally would think
not the Irish flag.
No, they shouldn't. No. Right. Sorry for everyone in the comments. We're about to be letter bombed.
You're in Liverpool.
No. The IRA famously never bombed Liverpool. Too many Irish people in it. No, that was why. That was why.
I think they got there and went, "Oh, it's already been done," and went away.
Thanks. Shit. Wow.
I'm sorry. Oh, that was that. You perfectly lined that up one though.
I know. It's alright, Jake.
Some areas of Liverpool, though, you could probably go, yeah.
I tuned out of that. I was looking at a meme someone sent me, and I was like, what the hell? I missed that. What the fuck was that noise? Jesus Christ.
It's like, anyway, like, honestly, mate, I'd say it's safer than Manchester. Safer than Birmingham.
West side of Manchester, no way.
That is like saying Tel Aviv is safer than the West Bank.
I mean,
you guys could always just come to America and buy a gun at like a McDonald's and call it good.
As much as I would love to Happy Meal. It's one of the few good things about America. You can own rifles over there.
Dude, okay, so like my house
is an arsenal. Yes, it's one of the few things.
No. So like the front door, they replaced the people that we bought it from. They put a front door on, but the front door doesn't have a deadbolt. Like if you leaned too hard against this door, it would just open.
Well, there you go, guys. American houses.
I have a shotgun that has one beanbag round followed by 6 buckshot shells, and I'm just like waiting for the day that somebody comes through the door.
Do you guys know the channel Angry Cops?
Yeah.
He when he does the series of This Old Crack House, showing how he's basically rebuilt an entire house.
Yeah, he's bought another one.
Yeah, I learned an awful lot about how terrible American houses are because
it's my God, they're made out of like air and paper. There's like nothing to them.
And then it's basically thin wooden boardwork on the outside, and then a layer of hardboard or paper mache basically on the inside, and that's the structure of your house. Yeah. No wonder after a tornado, everyone's neighborhood is destroyed because you've got nothing in your house.
The house is 2x4s, but they're every 16 inches apart, and the outside layer is plastic, and the inside layer is paper and air.
I'm sorry, Americans. It's like you're meant to be first world country, but your houses are built like a second world country.
Hey, my house was built when Vietnam was still a thing. So
yeah, second world country.
Good.
There are houses here that are older than your country, mate. Sorry, older than.
No.
We've got beers here.
Devon's Canadian. It's all right. Devon's Canadian. He's right.
Canadian.
I mean, the same sort of applies to Canada as well.
Yeah,
But
because
they're
their
at least,
houses
like-
are built basically to the same standard the Americans are. So
Yeah.
Well, it's like, do they not know about bricks? Was the technology of bricks lost during the
No, it's just
well,
expensive.
they have bricks, but like, because my house has bricks on the outside of it, but the problem is with bricks is they're not structural to the house. It's more of a like weatherproofing on the outside. The structure is all 2x4s.
I'm sorry, talking as an engineer, the bricks, the one piece of building network which is built perfectly for compressive loads, is not used for structural strength.
No, it's not used for structure. They're basically
Oh.
decoration.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The structure of the house is all 2x4s. Yeah.
When bricks are used for decoration, not structural strength.
They
In this
started
coun-
that in the 70s. Bricks
In this
really stopped
country,
being used as,
it's
like,
the other way
structure.
around. You build a house out of bricks, and any exposed woodwork is decorative most of the time.
Well, we all learned from that famous song, "The Old Man Built His House Upon the Sand," and it came tumbling down. So we knew what happened.
I mean, did you not? Did you Americans not learn anything from the Three Little Pigs? When you build a house out of sticks and the big bad wolf comes along, he'll blow your house down. But if it's out of bricks, it will stay.
But this is also America, so if there's a wolf in your property, you shoot it because he's trespassing.
I mean, to be fair as well, having seen what American houses are made out of, no wonder shotguns with birdshot are viable personal defense weapons, because it will go straight through the fucking wall.
Birdshot? My God, you can get fucking shotgun shells that explode when you shoot somebody.
Yeah, I'm going with the weakest, smallest mass pellet things, not dragon breath or whatever it's called.
Dude, I have so many different kinds of shotgun shells. I have some shotgun shells where I dumped all of the lead pellets out and put Morton salt pellets in them. So that way you tear your vocal cords screaming on your way to the hospital because there's a fuck ton of salt pellets inside of you.
I do find the idea somewhat hilarious that you grab your shotgun, you shoot someone, but you're using dragon breath rounds and you set fire to your house because your house is made out of tinder anyway.
Yeah, it's made out of paper and air. Yeah. That's why I've got beanbag rounds, because technically in the state I live in, there's different rules for different states.
What, the
state I
first
live in-
round fired has to be non-lethal?
Yeah, it has to be non-lethal, because if I shoot somebody in my house, it can be murder. I can be tried for murder. But if I can clearly show that all of the shells that I have say non-lethal on them, that's okay. So I dumped a bunch of the beanbags out of the non-lethal rounds and put buckshot in them.
Hang on. Hang on. If you can show that it says non-lethal, isn't that a bit like taking a baseball bat, just writing non-lethal on it and then beating someone to a
Well,
pulp?
yeah, a baseball bat is also considered non-lethal in America. Like,
So it's
also
like a
a
cricket
sword
bat,
is
yeah.
considered non-lethal in America.
I think you cunts can't swing.
I don't need to. I got a shotgun with a 17-inch bayonet. That guy's gonna
Exactly. No need to.
And then once it's empty, you can swing it and hit someone with the stock.
I mean, to be fair, a shotgun's just a fucked up baseball bat. So
It's a baseball bat with extra steps.
yeah.
It's
So,
a
like,
baseball.
my shotgun has a 17-inch 1907 bayonet on it. So, like, you're literally going to get two
You got
beanbag rounds
a
and a
bloody
foot and a
trench
half of
clearing
steel. Like,
shotgun.
so,
I think we should avoid killing people. Not gonna lie.
Sorry, I'm just picturing base home defense. He's standing there in World War I American kit with a shotgun.
Pretty
and
much. Pretty much. The only thing is that instead of a Winchester 1897, it's a Remington 870.
Oh, so it's a
And-
more
but it's got
modern
the wood
one.
furniture, and it's yeah.
If only now my counter argument to that would be if only you had access to automatic weapons, because you could load the first bullet with a blank, so technically it would be non-lethal, and then just go.
I mean, I've got an FFL, so I have a 240 Lima.
All right, yeah, great. Just put
I
a
mean,
non-lethal.
that's a
thing-
belt-fed machine gun.
Just put a non-lethal round in the first one, and then you can just explain it away. It was non-lethal in the first shot.
Dude, it was like the one time my roommate came back from Paige. She came back from training early one day, and I'm asleep because I work nights.
Don't
And
tell me you
I
didn't
hear
ask for
footsteps
stories.
upstairs,
Do
and I
not
was
tell
like,
me you didn't ask
"Oh, here we go!" And it was just her. She forgot to text me that she was coming home a day early. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking chain this guy to the water heater and
In the
stir
radiator.
his asshole like a hot bowl of chili for the next 20 years because nobody knows he's here." Like,
The irony is that she's jokes on you. She's into that shit.
I literally told her, I'm like, "That's a great way to get shot."
Yeah, you end up like Oscar Pistorius her.
Yeah.
Hey, knock on the door! Knock on the door!
I jump up out of my bed and I had the problem where I had to like pause and be like, "Okay, what gun do I want?"
I fired 12 warning shots.
In quick succession.
Like it's like for all those rounds he fired, he didn't go like, "Is that you, baby?"
I was fully prepared to be like, I was excited. My heart like skipped a beat, like, I'm gonna do a murder. And
American problems. I'm going to do a murder today.
Well, I'm glad you didn't murder someone.
she's just like making breakfast.
Hey, look,
and I'm
Ross, hope
like,
you're doing well,
"Aw,
mate.
aw, damn it." So yeah, so don't break into my place because I'm gonna literally just wing you and chain you to the water heater, and you're gonna be
Well, the laws in the UK have changed as well. In the UK, you're allowed to use disproportionate force to defend your home. So,
Yeah, because like,
what the fuck's that supposed to mean? What the fuck is disproportionate force?
Well, put it this way. Jake, do you remember the story about the old man who used a screwdriver to defend himself or something?
Yes,
in London, because that happened not far from where I live in Lewisham. That, like I can walk down the street where that occurred. This two people broke into his house. Apparently, they used a screwdriver to help get in. They were basically using a screwdriver as a knife to stab people. During the fight, he managed to get the screwdriver off one of them and stab one of them with the screwdriver.
Yeah.
The family tried to sue him for murder, and the police were actually going to charge him with murder as well. And it's like, guys, his home was broken into. You're not charging
that's why the laws changed. Like there was a incident.
There was quite a bit of backlash on that.
Yeah, there was a case several years ago of a gentleman who, his farm had been broken into by like a gang.
Just a fella who shot two fellas. I know.
Yeah. He the thing is, like, when they looked into it, he said, his license, his firearms license had already been removed. So he managed to find a pump action shotgun somewhere. He said he found it with, like several hundred rounds of ammunition on the land, where basically a pump action shotgun in British UK law is a Section 1, which means it is prohibited, depending on whatever your actual things are.
That's funny. You just have to be an adult to buy a shotgun.
Yeah, no, the thing is, like, you're allowed to have shotguns, but it depends on the actual type of action. Like, if it's pump action, it does depend. It does depend.
It's a completely different culture here. Just
but like for like, he was a farmer. Like, he was fairly well off. His farm was fairly dilapidated though. But like, he claimed that he was at the top of the stairs when they broke in, and he'd gone to the top of the stairs and fired down. For him to have been at the top of the stairs and the two guys who were hit to have been hit, it would have had to have gone down the stairs 90 degrees through a closed door, then hit them. In fact, he was waiting by the door at the bottom of the stairs and just opened fire the moment the door opened, and just pumped about, I think it was like 6 rounds into the open door, and killed 2 of them. And was like, you were waiting for that. That wasn't.
They'll have figured that out from the ballistics, wouldn't he?
Yeah,
To be fair, you don't need to do ballistics analysis to work out bullets.
He lied to police, and he didn't have a firearms license, let alone a prohibited firearm anyway. So there was multiple things there. But then there was another guy who had, his family was in the house, the children were in the house. Some people had tried to break in, and basically he had fired. He had gone to the top of the stairs, gave them a warning. One of the guys had come up the stairs towards him with a knife. I think it was a machete or something. That's when he opened fire. He didn't have to go to court at all. He was like immediately vindicated completely. The funny thing is, the guys who'd hit his house were very well prepared, and they were actually meant to hit the farm next door because they were actually going to raid a drug dealer. So they were very well prepared. So yeah, so that's completely two sides of the whole thing. So it really does depend. but now the law is changing in favor of actually standing your ground.
As long as I can orchestrate it in a report, I can do anything I want.
Yeah.
I think it's changed as well because there's certain things outside of like crime is unfortunately in some areas it's gone up, especially in the country.
It has gotten much more violent in the case of
But-
when things go
But
violent.
there's
it's much more...
as well, like they've cut the police considerably.
Yeah.
So
Not
people
to
are
mention-
unfortunately
not to mention-
having to
not to
rely on
mention-
themselves.
Not to mention the fact that the police in this country are more concerned with arresting people for saying things on Twitter than actually patrolling the streets.
Yeah, or harassing black people.
Hey, well, maybe if they didn't do crimes.
Not in
So,
this
thank you
country.
for joining me for this stream.
The not so polite Canadian has decided to bring.
Hey,
That's
I'm an
all right.
American now. I have to embrace the culture.
I'm probably going to end the stream now, but I'm going to end the stream
No,
now.
but
Anyway,
like to be fair,
we'll carry on
like
though.
I live in a very so I work as a cop. I am. I'm a police officer or peace officer as we say it here in the United States because police officer is different. We're a peace officer now.
Peace officer.
Peace officer, and I say in air quotes like I didn't yank a 17-year-old out of a police car by her hair 2 weeks ago. After she said, "You can't touch me, I'm a minor," and I said, "Watch me." So technically, like I'm a peace officer, and my city is in my state the second largest crime zone in the state. Outside of the capital, it's the second largest area where there's crime in the state, and we're actually on a downtrend for crime as well. So, because it turns out, since we've got a new district attorney, which is the main reason why crime is down, actually, has nothing to do. We've actually added 8 new police officers in the last year to my local area, but they ended up. Crime went up after we added 8 new police officers. It went down now because we had a new district attorney, because she's willing to try them much harsher for the crimes they commit.
Yeah.
So now everyone's fleeing to surrounding counties because the crimes are going to be tried so much harsher here. It has nothing to do with what the police officers are doing like that, but it's like crime's going to go down based on what your punishment's going to be. Our old district attorney used to police officers used to get assaulted all the time, and they would remove the police officer assaults to get them to plead down to like a drug possession charge or like a disorderly conduct or something.
It's basically it was almost like a revolving door policy, almost like that.
Yeah, but it was like, so we had one of the highest conviction rates in the state of any county, but it was all minor crime because the assaults and stuff would get removed because she didn't give a shit about the officers to get them to plead down to like a disorderly conduct or a drug possession charge.
Yeah.
And now she's actually going to be like, well, I don't give a shit about your drug possession charge. You assaulted 2 police officers. So we're going to put you in jail for 50 years.
Yeah.
You know,
Would you really get 50 years for that? That's surprising.
Yeah,
it's because it's assault and like
a minimum of like I think it's 12 and a half years. And that could be for something as like, so technically assault of a peace officer was like, if you tell me to go fuck myself, that's an assault of a police officer.
Yeah, I mean, it's also, in a lot of cases, it could be your word against theirs as well. That's my concern.
That's all right. I'm a police officer. My word's pretty good.
Oh, dear. Right, anyway, to everyone watching, Mendy, Kenny, appreciate that you keep staying on.
2 hours 30.
Black Bars is here.
Yes, Kenny.
Lockbar's popped in for like 5 minutes. I hope he's still there, actually. I hope you are doing well again, mate. But no, it's been good. Cheers, guys, for coming on. We'll stay on for whatever, but after the stream, which means we can get away with a lot more. But I'm not going to say that. Anyway, but no, cheers, guys, for watching, and we will see you later. Bye, guys.
Toodaloo.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.